And we are live.
Whoa!
Whoa! What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 58? 9? 8 of our main campaign. I know. I didn't need that correction. If you're new around here, we're the Sleepless Knights.
We stream what day?
We're a D&D actual play. I've been better about that because I have it written in front of my face.
Yeah.
We're a D&D podcast and live stream, everybody. Wednesday nights, 7:35 p.m. EST. If you can't catch us live, VODs go up on YouTube on Sundays, and our podcast goes up on Tuesdays. Couple announcements. One, Kate is obviously not here, but she will be arriving later, so expect the appearance of our wizard. And two, Wednesday, May 3rd, we're not going to have a new episode. So that's next week, Wednesday, May 3rd. We're taking a break. You can blame me if you're mad about it. Send me all your rage comments. Direct your energy at me. No.
Why, Gordon?
It's my fault. I'm busy. But other than that, that's all I got.
What are we gonna do instead?
Nothing.
Cool.
We're gonna sit in our rooms and cry because we're not playing D&D.
I'm gonna be lonely. Oh, we could finally get some sleep because we're sleepless night. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke.
Let's get into the episode.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It was my birthday on Monday, so happy birthday to me.
Happy
It's
birthday!
my birthday on Saturday.
You know what?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Gordon and me.
Birthday.
My birthday was earlier this month. Happy birthday to me.
My
No.
birthday's in June.
Okay.
Wow, way to steal the spotlight there.
It's devolved into something.
Fucking Thunder Thief.
I thought we
Our
were
birthday's not
celebrating
as
April
important.
birthdays. My bad.
As Sarah's, we've come to that conclusion.
April birthdays. We love them.
Welcome
I
back,
have it
everyone.
on my phone now. I'll know your birthday.
We
next week.
continued our adventure. Oh boy. As you, yeah, it's just like a lot. We continued our adventure as you all found yourselves still in the sewers of Erebar, planning on your next moves, what you were going to do in terms of talking to Ren's father and getting in contact with the McCoys to eventually talk to Cade Snow. It was decided that you were going to set something up to attempt to get in contact with Ren's father. I believe it was our wizard, Velkin, who managed to scry on your father, who seemed to be in very important company in the city of Erebar, alongside your brother, Briar. It seemed like whoever they were talking with was very disappointed in your father's recent actions, and pretty much told him that you've fooled me for the last time, and sent your father on his way. Outside of the doors of this conversation, there was a brief back and forth between your father and your brother, discussing some other things that seemed to be important to Briar, but not so much as important to your father. It was decided that after hearing that he was heading to his study, that it was time to move, and you guys devised a plan to try to sneak into your old house, Ren, and catch him off guard and meet him. That's exactly what you guys did. Alongside Velkin, the Chaos Crew, I'll call you guys, because it's definitely chaotic trying to get into this house.
That's how we like it.
Yeah, you returned to the scene of your previous crime, your B&E, into your old family home.
It's not a B&E if it's my house.
Well,
It's a little bit of a B&E when I kicked in the
A little bit. Yeah, a little
the door
bit.
is missing from.
But you had an
It's
invitation.
hinges.
It's fine.
Anyway, it was guarded by a few of your father's, we'll call them henchmen or guards. which you snuck past, banished, and caused a ruckus with, before you saw your father in his study with the familiar trap wall, trap room that you and Redrick found yourselves trapped in once before, that housed a lot of his your father's information about his duties, hunting down Speldsguard, locations, names. You also found a journal there to discuss many topics. One of them being kind of hinting to you, Ren, that his eyes have always been on you, at least somewhat, for recently. Knowing that you were traveling with a party and pretty much saying you were getting involved in something greater than and more dangerous than you guys even know of. This conversation, face to face with your father, after once thinking he was dead, and the first time seeing him in quite a bit, was kind of sour. You could tell there was a lot of emotion built up within you. The conversation really turned towards your father saying that he had really no other choice than to have your brother lie to you about his death, as he was involved in things that seemed to be very dangerous, not only for himself, but for you and your family as well. Specifically, he definitely detailed these Spellsguard as a threat, and the people and his jobs that he is doing are definitely important to him. You did figure out that he was eventually going to head to Orpentar for an investigation there. Some questions were missed, some answers were had, but the heated conversation quickly turned with you leaving abruptly and forcefully out of this house. Probably the meeting that you expected. Somewhat. And you return to your party members. Frustrated, angry, confused, who knows? All of the above. Can't speak on your emotions.
Chaos in here.
Chaos in there, as always. Returning to your party, you divulge the information that you gathered from your father. And the rest of you decided it was time to visit the McCoys, in hopes that Cameron reached out to Cade Snow to have a meeting with him about everything that you have discovered in your recent travels and engagements. Returning to the dirty dressmaker's shop, you saw it filled with boxes and crates, even more packed than it had been before. Summoning Cameron, he did tell you that he got in contact with Cade, and that he should be arriving shortly. And with that, he arrived, wounded, in a hurry and out of breath, looking disheveled. His quest to Orbentar, to seek out Master Maistel, obviously turned sour. And with the information that Cameron gave him, and the rest of you gave him, Cade told you about an even greater problem. Something that involved him more than it involved you. He told you that he belonged to an organization that was in charge of keeping the balance between realities. He used a lot of different buzz terms. He seemed rather disheveled.
Buzzwords.
Realities.
Synergy.
Realities. Universes. Worlds. Heavens. Talked about the conversions. And how these two realities were colliding. And may very well... What he did tell you is that whenever the Weave of Magic and Meester was murdered before, caused a hole in which it allowed the gates between the planes, the hells, and the heavens to break. And it gave opportunities from those outside of your material plane to take advantage of. And that some of these creatures and beings have taken your world as their own, planning to get the God of Chaos to return, Seer, because you know him, to take over this world as their own, finally freed from the hells that they've been damned to for eternity. You were tasked, as you once were before, to gather the soul gems, put a stop to this. Because if this world crumbles, there's no hope in saving the rest of it. He also tasked Cameron, or Seelig, to return to the other and put a stop to Misa's plans, whatever he may be doing there. Alone, Cade told him to seek help as best as he could. And with that, Cade granted you one last favor and some gifts to take you to a city, or at least as close as he could, to a city of slaves. Calder, you know this to be Ninpeth, a place where your past still haunts you. You go to Ninpeth in search of Gordon's family, friends,
Who's Gordon?
Redrick, whatever. You're the same fucking person. Just
Okay.
claws out, man. In search of Redrick's family. And maybe some answers to Calder's past. You're not quite sure what you were going to find in this mysterious land to most of you, away from the Chondath region. Case Snow teleported you all into the sky above a large desert. And you fell and fell and managed to land on your feet with a few tricks that you guys keep up your sleeves. Whenever it seems like you guys are used to falling at this point, fallen from quite a few high places. In this surrounding desert, Calder was confusing to you because you remember this place being lush, full of vineyards and farmland. Is now desolate and ruined. Cade left with you with a few things, not everything that I'm going to mention. One of importance was a set of plans for you, Isaiah, and charged you specifically to finish his plans, a device that he's been working on for some time to house the soul of the God of Chaos once you collected the gems. And with that, he gave you his final quirky goodbye, erupted into blue flame, and shot towards the stars, leaving you in this deserted desert. All around you, you see sand, crags, rock, desolate shrubbery. That's where we're going to continue our session tonight. With the Forgotten Few in the middle of a desert.
Forgotten foo.
We're waiting at the hottest portion of the day inside the tiny hut,
Yes.
divvying out the loot.
Divvying out the loot.
Divvying out the loot.
Little loot.
What would you guys like to do?
While we got some time, what should we expect walking in? Don't think I've been to the city.
Above board, I think we talked about that briefly towards the end of last session. More or less, it's heavy slavery,
Mm-hmm.
grimy.
Mm-hmm.
People are tend to be mean and angry for the most part,
But
or sad, or
we'll
you
fit
know,
right in.
yeah.
It is a place of mercenaries, trade, piracy, slavery, but also a large economy, at least back when Calder was here, of
Wine and slaves.
wine and slaves.
Excellent. So they won't give too many. I mean, they'll give us looks because we're weird, but not because they hate us because we don't look like them.
Maybe.
They don't hate you, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone recognizes me, probably, yeah.
Yep.
It depends. I mean, the people that worked under me, I mean, hit or miss, maybe some of them. But anyone I had to, deal with, probably not overly fond.
There are many of them, or any specific areas we need to avoid. And or should we call you something else?
No. I mean, nowhere more affected than others. I don't think. I'm not like a, well-known public face. I'm just the guy that showed up when someone needed their heads cracked.
I would think that'd be a pretty knowable name.
I'm not like a public figure. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the people I dealt with,
Probably weren't a lot of
name of the game was
pleasantries,
either
introductions.
silence or imprisonment or death. So,
Were you more like
and the fear of he who was enough to shut most people up.
so you're more like a boogeyman type of thing? Or your
Yeah, I
boss
know,
was
but
maybe.
more people have heard of the boogeyman.
Oh.
I imagine it would be not afterwards people are like, yeah, Calder showed up at my house and did shit.
Right.
It'd be more like this thug came over to my house and fucked me up, so I'm good.
Right.
Who definitely didn't come to their house though? Chet.
Yeah. That's right. No, here's the thing. I don't really know. I know I've said before, I'm not really sure what my standing is going to be with the people I worked with, the man I worked for. So I don't know if there's any use in trying to hide my identity. At best, maybe it's good. Maybe we can use it. Maybe there are people who don't know that I left or why I left. I haven't been gone all that long, couple of months. Maybe we can use it, right? Say, hey, if we run into some fellas that work for he who was, maybe I can give them the old, hey, I'm back in town, fall in line kind of thing so we can get around. At worst, maybe, maybe it's bad, but I don't know.
Thank you for clarifying the worst part, that it could be bad. Yes, thank you.
Hey,
It could be good.
Dude,
could be bad. I just don't know what bad means if it is bad. You know what I mean? Could be a lot of things.
Do you have a place independent of your old boss?
I don't believe so. DM, we kind of stayed, like me and Ava stayed in pretty close proximity, same building.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope.
Been a while since we stayed in a tavern.
Maybe we'll be able to, or maybe the Five Blades will be here waiting for us. Who knows?
No, don't say that. I don't.
We did.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
We did have that discussion, right? They have a presence, or they do have a presence there, at least a bit.
Not that I was very aware of.
Okay.
I'd really only heard of them once or twice, up until, meeting up with y'all and seeing more of them out that way.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe not.
In terms of priorities, Is is there a is it a walled city, or could we get around to the docks without having to deal with much of it and just go straight to the boat first?
Dungeon Master.
Say that again.
Is it a walled city?
Yeah, could we like get around to the docks and pretty much skirt 99% of the city and just go straight
It's
to
a
the
walled
docks?
city for sure.
Do I recall? Is there like heavy guard presence around the gates and stuff?
Mercenary
Or-
presence, but you can call them guards, sure.
Mercenary. Okay.
Everybody's hired out of pocket there. There's no official city guard. There is, but you know they're in the pockets of everybody else.
Sure. Seedy.
Well, one good thing about a place like that.
Everybody's owned by somebody, even if you're not in chains.
Oh no, I meant it's a lot easier to get around it with money instead of having to force our
Maybe
way
if you
through.
have enough.
There.
If the Blades told him we're coming, it's going to be a lot. Based on who I ran into at the docks, at least. Fucking
Yeah, but those were the docks of Erebor with the
1,000
Blades.
goddamn gold.
A home. Um,
Forgot that's how much you paid.
Yes.
It might have been more. I don't even remember.
while we're sitting here, Egg, you wanna? Can you maybe check in, let him know Redrick's coming, or do we not want to let him know until we get there?
Maybe we
was
do
gonna
that
say
when
how-
we're closer to the city.
I mean, I
Like,
guess.
get a gauge on where they are.
Yeah, maybe it'd be better because
Yeah.
we're not really sure how long it'll take for us to get there.
Right.
So
Let's see.
I mean, in all honesty, at least that they know that we are on our way, kind of, right? So our plan is to come to them.
That's what we're gonna do first, right? Before we
Okay.
take care of old business.
Yeah, old business might be a little more complicated than a quick visit, so I think best we try to find Redrick's family first.
All right.
Yeah, before we start
Um,
causing trouble, for sure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to make
Right.
a bad name for ourselves and go look doing delicate situations.
I hate to feel it when you're not feeling entirely here. Velkin, could you send Yorance just up as far as he can go? See if he can see the city in the distance. Get us sort of timetable.
Of course. And Yorans, once again, she takes a moment to summon the winged cat and sends it out of the dome. You can see him take to the sky. It's clear as a hawk. I'll make a perception check with my buddy Yorans. Pretty good. As Yorans flies over the desert, no sign of a city. Just rolling dunes of golden sand. He does, however, spot what looks like probably 4 miles distant speck of what looks like maybe a building or ruins or something. In the similar directions you were already kind of heading.
All right. We wait till the sun's getting low. Head out in the right direction, we think. And keep walking.
Which
As long as
I
you miss the middle of the day, shouldn't be too bad.
might add that I'm still not 100%, so someone's gonna have to lug my ass around unless you wanna
What's
slow
here?
down a bit.
Oak
Well,
is
so
always up for the challenge.
well, so if we're planning, I'm assuming we're planning on having to move like at night, right? Mostly, since we're here in the
Well,
desert.
Not too deep into the night. It gets really cold. You want to sort of shoot for the in between times, morning and the evening.
I was gonna say, because above board, we haven't really done much today after our long rest, right?
Nope.
So
No.
I guess it's kind of like midday at the moment. Was this already talked about? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
it's also where the idea was we set up the dome to take a couple hours and wait for the sun to get lower before we
Yeah.
continue on, because the dome is always comfortable, and it was almost 2 hours doing the whole loot thing and identifications and all of that. So it's
Yeah,
been
yeah. I'm
Which-
just
at least a little
I'm-
while.
Which by the
I'm-
we figured out what everything does, right? This is above board. I don't know why I was Redrick voice for a second.
Yeah.
So in response to Dornan, I mean we do have some kind of steed gesture towards Calder.
Hmm.
You could ride around if you're feeling tired.
Well, I would appreciate it. I'm sure the it might help kind of get me around a little faster.
Who knows what the fuck it is? I mean, Cade is apparently some sort of crazy space god.
would a horse work okay?
Crazy
in
space
sand?
horse? Who knows?
Horses are okay in the desert.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: we could do that, but I've been meditating on it a little bit, trying to vibe with it, connect with it a little bit. While we're killing time. It's like a one and done for a while kind of thing, like several days once it's used. No offense, Doran. We might need it sooner
Well,
than
no,
that, like in a
that's
in
fair.
a
I
real
mean,
bad
just-
situation.
It just means that you got to give me a piggyback ride.
Yeah, what the fuck else is new, right? I mean,
Are
So
you gonna
is he-
fit with Velkin
Is
back
he
there?
gonna go? Yeah, is he gonna go on Velkin's back on you, or?
No, I
No,
think with the
I'll-
size difference,
I'll put
it'd go
him-
Calder, Dorn, and Velkin.
Okay.
I'll backpack Dornan and Princess Carrie Vilkin if I really have to. Just-
I'll watch.
yeah, that's right. All right, I'm gonna take a nap. Time skip.
Oh,
Time skip?
just one thing. Just one thing I want to do while I'm thinking about it. We've kind of, gone through everything and stuff. Could everybody get out their water skins, please?
Well, all right. I interrupted my nap.
You just got down. You haven't even started. You'll be fine.
I fall asleep very
Um,
quickly.
Oh,
Calder's
That's
already
right.
asleep.
What is it? I'm
I've got
going
two.
to. Well, I was gonna say actually, yeah. If you have any extra containers, bottles you could use, that would be great. Because my understanding, desert's hot, hard to find water, and luckily we've got this thing, and I'll hold up the decanter of endless water. So, I think it's probably a good idea. Start of every day, we fill up our water skins, whether if you're drunken or not. Expectation, you probably should at least finish off your water skin by the end of the day. Because hydration's the biggest thing with heat, from at least what I know. So, whether if it's full or not,
How often can you use it?
DM.
I had to look it
I
up.
don't.
What's the item say?
Room stopper, amount of fresh water, your choice, pours out. Start a next turn following options, and then it just gives the 3 different keywords. It doesn't really say how many times
Sounds like
they
as
use.
many times as you want.
Infinite.
That's my
It
assumption.
is
Yeah.
endless.
It's endless. You can do it as much as you want.
So I'm figuring at least, if anything, at least during. I'm thinking at least during the morning, and then probably also when we stop in the middle of the day, just to keep everyone hydrated. So since we're at least stopping now, I guess water skins. I'll take out the decanter, and does it matter the language and what the keyword is said, or does it have to be in common?
Whatever you would like it to be.
Hey,
Okay.
It's your item now.
Okay, so in giant, I will say stream,
and I'll uncork the bottle, and then I'll just kind of go from water skin to water skin. Or actually, well, fountain probably better because gallon's not really that much. So I'll do fountain, and I'll go from water skin to fill up everyone's water skin and finish off myself.
Guys.
Yeah, oh, I thought about it. Get shot out the dome.
We all drown in the dome.
Oh,
It just
no.
fills up with water.
Quicksand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to do?
I think we'll play with his ring to get a spell slot back. And I guess we'll just spend some time learning Cade's writing.
How long are we going to stay here? It's midday. We'll say it's about noon.
Like 4 o'clock is usually warmest is 10 to 2, so about 4 o'clock should be okay.
Okay. Within those 4 hours, you discover what you kind of already have seen before. Very rudimentary discussions and drawings of a similar pedestal that you saw in Master Mystel's church, made of pure obsidian. Not much other than how he gathered the materials using an old dwarven mine. But that's about it.
Well.
And how he crudely made it. You're not too sure what kind of magic he put into it in that amount of time. As his, just like him, his notes are very scattered. So you take a lot of time flipping back and forth to try to reference things that you read previously, to put things together. But he'd work on this specific device his very first, what seemed like years. Finding the right materials, testing things, until he finally figured out that obsidian was needed. You all wait in the dome, comfortably cooled by your friend Velkin, until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Velkin dissipates the dome, and you are left in the scorching sun. And you begin to walk in a northeastern direction. Even this later in the afternoon, as you walk through the desert, all around you, you can just see the vast expanses of sand that stretch out for you in every direction. The sun is scorching and hot, beats down mercilessly upon your backs. The air itself is hot and dry, and a faint, swirling breeze carries with it the smell of hot sand and dust. In the distance, you can see a range of rocky mountains that loom up, their rugged peaks casting deep shadows across the desert floor. Here and there, patches of scraggly vegetation poke up from the sand, offering little respite from the oppressive heat. As you trudge on, you spot the occasional lizard or scorpion darting across the sand, while overhead you see a lone hawk that circles lazily in the blue sky.
Hawk, you say?
Hawk.
How
The
high?
only sounds that you hear are the soft crunch of sand beneath your boots and the occasional whisper of the wind.
How high up is that hawk?
Yeah, where's the hawk?
Hawk?
From above you,
Uh,
30 to 50 feet. Kind of hard to
I'm
judge.
shooting it.
Taking
I'm
a shot.
gonna shoot it.
I'm casting
Tell the
Rowlethan's
dead.
glance now.
Ooh, I have
We're
an
taking
idea.
no chances with hawks these
I'm
days.
gonna throw the never miss dagger at it, and it can't
Hey.
miss. So,
Roll damage.
okay,
You're attuned to it?
I am. Of course, that last rest.
That is a 12 to hit.
Okay.
Wisdom save for Toll the Dead.
I just imagine all of us walking like turned into the sand, and then just like, all right, on 3, it's Hawk time.
Honestly, I'd like to think that with the Never Miss Dagger, you're going to hit the hawk, it's going to fall, we'll never find it, you just lose it immediately.
Yeah, it's
Because
possible.
it's not like it just comes back to you.
Yeah, it's possible.
Mm.
The dagger does, what is that? 8 damage, 8
Okay.
piercing.
You said it was 12. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes. Cool.
Oh, 12
Okie
hits.
dokie.
I also got a 12.
Alright.
Hey!
Roll
That
damage.
is
What's the
13
roll?
points of piercing damage.
Okay.
God.
Go ahead and roll damage. I'll tell you what the wisdom save here is in a second.
Everybody starts attacking this thing, and Isaiah's got his
10.
glass like halfway up to his eye, like
10 damage.
What?
Mhm.
Oh,
And it was a 15.
10 points of necrotic damage.
So you all spot this hawk overhead. Redrick, the first one to act, picks up the dagger. You see it fly up, hit this thing. At the same time, a shot rockets out of Dornan's pistol. And Ren summons her dagger, and all these impact this poor little hawk. You see a bell form above this thing, and
It's just a
and you
cloud
see
of feathers.
a black dot fall before it disappears in the sand.
We all look at each other like, yeah. That's right.
Yes.
I accept this.
What are we, okay.
Oh shit, my dagger.
The last hawk we saw was a spy, so it had to be.
Taking no chances.
Can I find the
you want to
dagger?
go with Redrick? Grab us
Oh,
lunch?
yeah. Okay, sure. A hawk's good to, well, okay. I'll go with Redrick.
Survival check from both of you. See if you can find this hawk.
I'm
Guidance.
gonna lose that dagger.
Do you want me to lead this, or are we gonna do separate? I'm just asking.
I don't know. I was gonna make one.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, guidance to red.
You made a mistake.
Oh.
I think I got like a 6. Oh, yeah, I gotta roll
that's
guidance
okay.
though, so. 8.
So I rolled a nat 2 for a 12. I do not know decimals.
Can't be that hard. We're in an open expanse.
It was like 30 to 50 feet away. We could probably
Yeah.
find it. It's actually pretty far.
It didn't fall straight on top of you either.
Mhm.
Egval and Redrick go in front of the party and begin scanning this desert landscape. And once you begin to look around for this thing, you notice that everything seems to blend together. And it's not just a flat terrain, but it is rolls of hills and dunes and rocks. You don't find it.
I'm just gonna yell from a distance. Can you see anything from the sky? Everything looks the same.
Hey, can we get some help over here?
Okay.
Redrick, I fucking
Come
hate
back.
you.
Wait. There's an easy way to do this.
I also have an easy way, but you first, because I don't want to do mine if I don't have to.
I was just gonna say, we come back to here. One person stays here, and we just do ever increasing circles. Takes a while, but as long as you do it right, you hit everything.
I'm better with like rolling hills and rocky terrains and not sand.
How about one
Calder, what's your
person
idea?
does those circles, and then everyone else just fans out and looks? Best of both worlds.
I don't know if I like care enough about this hawk to spend a whole lot of time
It's
trying
the
to find
dagger.
It's the
this hawk
dagger.
here.
It's the
Oh,
dagger.
the
he
dagger,
he
yeah.
immediately threw away his fancy magic dagger.
I called it.
Or
There was a hawk.
or Calder,
What was I
Oh,
supposed
we
to do?
or we
Let us do it.
Unbelievable.
or we could just do the thing where you see magic.
Well,
Do the thing.
Can't.
Do the thing for magic.
don't have that. I have another one that is more costly. that I can find your stupid dagger.
All right.
fucker.
Then just give me some time. You all stay here. I'll just do laps until I find it.
Oh God, this is gonna take so long.
I'm gonna help you out.
I'm
Can
gonna
Alright.
Delkin keep
I'll
keep looking for
something?
it while he does laps.
Let's team effort. Let's all look for the stupid fucking dagger.
Yeah. God
Everyone
damn
roll
it.
me an investigation check.
Cool.
Okay.
Investigation.
I
this
am
time.
worse at that.
I'm just as bad at that.
Roll investigation
18.
for Velkin, because hers is probably through the
yeah.
fucking roof.
I rolled an 18 and a 3, so that my investigation is, I think, a 2.
Ooh, is
10.
Ook helping me?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Sure. God damn it.
What was Velkin's roll?
Natural 3.
Plus?
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
That's whatever.
Her investigation is
Well-
probably nuts.
Here, let me see.
Slightly better than mine.
Someone's gonna
I'll
find
forget
it. All right, without Vulcan. If no one found it without Vulcan, we have an issue.
Investigation
It's
is a plus. It's a 9. So she rolled a
You're-
12.
Slightly better than me.
All right, everybody, give me your numbers. Just throw them
10.
at me.
7.
2.
10, 7, 2, 12.
18.
15.
21.
Okay.
Aye.
Wait, who had the 21?
I
Egg.
rolled a net 18.
Nice.
Or was that the first time, man?
Listen, man, all right? I told you, I know grassy plains, rolling hills. I don't know rolling sand.
As you all fan out and begin to circle around and around, it takes you about an hour. For
God.
Eggval, you see something sticking out of the sand. Well, look, at first you think it's a twig. So you get closer. It's definitely a hilt of a dagger.
I found it! It's over
Oh,
here!
thank God.
Frederick's just in the sand, like, never throwing that fucking dagger again. Just like pushing sand around.
Calder's standing there with his arm crossed as you're saying that. You better fucking not.
It is sitting on top of what looks like a rolling dune. It's not very high, but it's definitely right at the peak of it. And as you say you found it, you see a hand reach up over the top of the dune and just and grab it.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. And I'm gonna grab the hand.
And cresting the dune, you see two bunny ears.
Oh.
Avery found it before you. She appears.
Avery! Good find. Good job.
She sticks it in her belt.
Avery found it!
No, I'm not a big science guy. I will never understand the physics of how a hawk 30 feet up got this lost.
Speaking of
When
the
it
hawk, was
fell.
it near the dagger?
The
Did anybody find the hawk body?
Well, as you approach Ekval,
What?
you see that the hawk was indeed impaled by the dagger, but the hawk fell into the sand. And only two little feet stick out.
I'll just pick it up by its like its feet and just kind of shake it a little bit, and then I'll what is it? And then I'll just shake it a little bit, and then I'll attach it to the side of my pack.
You do notice something about it. It had the blinders on its eyes. Two little pieces of leather.
Yes! Worth it.
Because it's really bright. I don't know.
Now, this begs the question, how the fuck did it find us so fast?
Yeah, we
Right?
just
He must be
teleported.
scrying on us or something.
Unfucking believable.
How did it find us on top of a hill when Kate teleported us the first
How
time?
did it get here? Yeah.
Well, I mean, then again, though, we were kind of out here for a good few hours.
What if that's just Cade's
Sure.
bird?
That would be
Well,
fucked
then he
up if
should've
Kate
told us.
delivered all this as hand.
That's
No,
true.
yeah, it right.
Well, he was oldest. So,
Kind of.
who knows?
Possibly.
With a message from Wyland?
Yep. He's playing my
That makes
games.
sense. Total sense. Yeah.
I mean, he's an accomplished liar.
So, where's the dagger?
Egg, roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Or somebody else around here owns a hawk, and we just
Well, they
fucked
own.
with their stuff.
Nature check. That's a 21.
Definitely not the same hawk that delivered the hand. This has darker chest feathers. It kind of forms this diamond in its chest. The claws are this bright, what looks like a mixture between red and orange. A lot lighter feathers, almost like it would blend in with the sand if it was sitting in it. Definitely not the same hawk.
So I'm just gonna kind of like help like shake off the sand, and I'm about to go reach for the side of my waist. Actually, now that I don't think I've ever seen a hawk like this
Yeah,
before.
they probably have more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
but
have a presence
Or-
in Nimpeth, they
Two
probably
It
have
makes-
spyhawks in Nimpeth.
it makes more.
I bet they got more than 2.
I mean,
3 hawks.
Let me blow your mind right now. I bet they got at least 10.
No way.
well,
I don't believe
well, I mean,
No way.
That's too many hawks.
Guys,
I'm no
Hey.
naturist, but and I don't. It seems more like it's from like around here, and I'm just
Right,
gonna
like-
put it to
Like
my.
Ren said, if they have a presence in the city, they probably have that here,
Yeah.
locally cultivated, so knows the
Or-
area.
or it was somebody who lives around here's pet. And
Either fucking way, it's a trained hawk. It was circling. It's dead.
Anything on the blinders that the hawk was wearing?
It's just patched leather.
Okay.
So, where's the dagger? Who's got it?
Avery found it.
She smiles and waves at you.
All right. Thanks. Let me have it.
She just giggles. Shakes her head no.
All right. Maybe if you hit something with it, you can keep it.
Takes it out.
not one of us.
Her eyes go towards you. She flips in
Do
her
it.
hand.
That's what I thought.
Can we please fucking walk now? It was
Yeah.
wasting a goddamn hour on this dagger.
Another
You guys
hawk.
continue on.
Oh, what is it? I just to more of give myself something to do. I'm actually going to take out the decanter, and I'm going to say stream, and I'm just going to try to clean out, rinse off the sand and stuff. And as we're walking, I'm just going to start just plucking out the feathers and
I'll take a few.
just getting them more ready. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, I mean, look at it. So I'm just gonna just pluck out and just give you
Full of
just a
holes.
fistful.
Half its head's missing from the gunshot. Like it's just a wreck.
I can still do something with this.
One ring is rotten and decayed from the
Yeah.
necrotic damage.
I can cut that away.
Okay. With that brief stint in your walk here in the desert, you continue on.
What is this?
1 hour. I'm searching for a dagger
1 hour,
in
you
the sand.
search
Fucking
for your dagger.
ridiculous.
So long.
Despite the harshness of this terrain that you all travel in now, there is a strange beauty to this place. With its stark, spare beauty and endless vistas. But as the sun begins to dip towards the horizon, you all know that you're going to have to seek shelter soon. Lest you be caught out in the open, temperatures begin to drop, and the nocturnal predators emerge from their hiding places.
I say we go until it's too cold and pop the dome.
I agree.
Sure.
Can we get eyes on that structure? With Yorins. See how far away we are.
What do we need the structure for? We got the dome.
Maybe
Let's
it's
see how far we can.
we don't. If somebody's there, I'd rather know before they show up in the middle of the night and have.
Fair enough.
Especially if it happens to be their hawk, they might come out looking for it too.
Yes.
Are there any cacti around?
No,
No.
sort of just dead shrubbery.
All right. Never mind then.
Sick.
Okay, so what are we doing here? I heard
I
that
asked
Yorins
If Yorins
said
could
look.
just take a quick glance. See how
Well, there
far
was some
away we are.
pushback to it, so I didn't know what was going on. Okay. From where you are now, Yorins is sent up. Kind of disappears behind a large dune. Kind of see him flying in the distance. She sees it. It's still quite the ways off. Either Yorin saw it wrong the first time, or you took a wrong turn, but it still seems the same distance away, give or take.
Hey, you grew up in the mountains, right?
Mm-hmm. More or
You know-
less.
You've spent a good amount of time watching the stars.
I mean, I can recognize.
Is it
Yeah.
is it dark yet?
It is getting to be dark.
Okay.
Orange haze in the sky.
Why?
Um,
What's up?
Could you just, when they do start coming out, could you just keep an eye on them? Make
Oh, I
sure
mean, I'll
they're
probably.
moving right.
I mean, I usually just like looking up at the sky anyway, so okay, sure. That works.
Thank you. All right. Keep going till it's cold.
Okay. You can continue on until it gets dark. And in the night. And you can see that the sky is beautiful above you. It is full of stars, a large moon ahead above you. One of the most clear skies that any of you have ever seen. You all of a sudden begin to get colder, colder. Almost as if your body doesn't recognize it because of the amount of heat that you were standing in before. And all of a sudden, you begin to see your breath as you exhale.
We're walking. I want to do something really stupid.
No
I'm
surprise?
gonna hold like my water skin in one hand, and then just like think of hitting it with the dagger, and just throw the dagger in front of me, and see if it like comes back to the water skin. I don't know what'll happen, but
Do I notice him holding out his water skin?
You do notice him holding out his water skin as he stops.
just walking. I'm just walking, just like.
What are you doing with the water skin?
Oh, I'm trying something. Don't worry about it.
You toss the dagger
Okay.
out in front of you. Purposely missing.
Well, throwing it
Right.
away from, but thinking about hitting it.
As you throw it, briefly turns, but before it even gets past it, sticks into it. And it
Oh,
begins
it's
to
just
limp.
like instant. It's like.
Yep.
Okay, right out of my hand. All right. Curious.
You now have a
Trying to
leaking
see if you
water
can curve
skin.
bullets.
Congratulations.
Yeah. yeah.
Why? Do you
We
have another water?
endless water? It's fine.
Not.
Did you see Kate's message, by the way, Gordon? She wants to hop in. Or she's
Okay.
ready to, anyway.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Finger on the trigger.
Prepare for everything to break.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
There she is.
Smooth transition.
Very, very good evening
Smooth.
to you.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, Kate.
Woggle, woggle, woggle.
Turn my camera on.
You're walking through the desert with your party, Falcon.
We haven't gotten very far.
They killed a hawk.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot done.
We saw another hawk and we fucking got him this time.
Redrick almost lost his never miss dagger. It's been an hour.
Oh,
Yeah,
This is
fucking
about
tell
where
me
we go.
about it.
okay,
You
we're good.
walked, you walked through the desert and not through the night, but it is now midnight or later. It is now night. Gordon just threw his never miss dagger into his water skin, puncturing it.
I just want to let you know, I'm not
Smart.
gonna be. I'm not gonna be. Using the decanter every time you want something to drink. And I'm not. You're not having my water skin. You made this decision on your own. You gotta deal with the consequences.
Isn't your decanter literally endless?
Yes, it is.
So why?
I'm not doing it just because he wants
a
to,
life lesson.
make dumb mistakes. He could have literally used anything else, and he decided to use his water skin.
I had a water
In the
skin in
desert.
my hand.
You know, Red, he's got a
But in
point.
the
Kind of
desert.
fucking dumb.
And anything else.
Listen.
You could have stabbed. You could have thrown at one of us. I wouldn't have cared because we're about to sleep or we got magic. It's just like, why you gotta use the thing?
I don't know about that one.
I know
Right,
we
is
could
it
actually
getting
fix
too
it,
cold?
Yeah.
It's
Are we
cold.
camping?
Home.
Yeah.
Next
Milken,
time
how
I'll
would you
use
so
something
kind?
else, egg.
I realize now I could fix it,
Oh.
and Isaiah
But you
could fix
should
it.
teach him a lesson.
Wait, Belkin, can you please put up the dome and save me from this fucking bullshit?
I love it.
Okay, just to check. So have we had like? So I remember at the end of session, she set up a hut. Is this another day?
This is the
Not
same day.
another
Later
day.
is the
This
same
is
day.
later in the same
Oh.
day.
Okay, so now is when I use the spell slot to do the hut. Got it. Okay. Then I will
think you can ritual cast the hut.
Can you?
Yep.
Can you?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
ritual.
Yeah.
Oh, give me that spell slot back. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, Velkin's been quiet, and you think she's just in her own world for a bit, and she kind of stops. She's like, "Oh, the dome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just can you hold on for like 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? We wasted a fucking hour finding Redrick's dagger. We can wait 10 minutes for the dome.
I don't know. I might die of dehydration in those 10 minutes.
Yeah, you might
Well,
die of
but-
my fist.
Both
Quite a lot of-
both very much are your fault, Redrick. But okay. And she'll kind of start she'll pull out her like supplies and start kind of now because there's sand. She doesn't use I'm gonna flavor this. She doesn't use like the chalk to draw out the ritual. She just draws it in the sand and stuff like that. And then she kind of walks forward and she sets a little crystal bead right in the middle, and there's this line that like shoots up, and then the dome kind of like goes out from it.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
And it's
Futuristic
It's
shield
dark.
tech.
like dark here, right?
Yep.
Like it's dark. Okay, I'm just gonna make it opaque.
It's
Like
not
black.
completely pitch black, but there is light in the sky. Casts a shining gaze on the sand, but it's dark out.
You blend it with the sand.
It's very nighttime, but it's
yeah.
also an incredibly clear sky, so it would be bright as hell.
Okay, I'll make it the same color as the sand. So from a distance, it just looks like a mountain of sand.
Nice.
Okay.
And then if it's cold out now because it's the desert at night, right?
It is
Okay, then the dome is not hot. It's just comfortable,
cozy.
cozy.
Mhm.
Yeah. And yeah, after a bit, once the dome appears, she kind of. You see a hand kind of stick out from the dome and like beckon you guys in because you can't hear anything. After she talks in it out, so beckons you guys
Okay.
in.
Red,
Mm.
Butterskin, go to sleep.
Close the dome.
Okay.
You all get some rest.
I'll take first watch. Or
Now,
with you.
I just want to let you know, your
part.
party of 9 now is crammed into this dome. It's not the most comfortable space. It's warm. It's
I'll
not
sit
comfortable.
outside the dome during watch.
Are you sure
Yeah,
about
I've
that?
already stayed
Or at
outside
least a bit
working
until
on
I start
the
to
water
Sure
Butterskin.
skin.
about that?
Until I'm in pain. Sure.
Now, let me tell you, it's going to happen fast as he kind of just. Dorian
know
kind of
what?
settles on the ground and pours his
You know
hood
what?
over his head.
You don't fucking know me. I'm gonna go outside.
We gave him so
Well,
much
actually-
shit for going
Yes.
outside the dome, and we just spent the last week dealing with the consequences. And now we're
Listen.
just gonna casually wait outside the. Okay.
If I see
Well,
a fucking
Broken water skin's a
creature
big
a
problem.
mile tall, I'll come inside.
Well,
I'm sure
how-
Dora
well,
would have done that too if he had
Well,
seen
you'd
it.
think.
Oh,
So
boy.
how about this? I have no problem with this, and like I kind of like the cold. If we need extra room, I could just sleep outside the dome, and whoever's on watch can watch me. I'll take last watch. I'm okay
We-
with that.
We do not need to put this much thought into it. Everybody get in the dome and fucking cram together and sleep. I'll come in when I get cold.
I'm just
gonna be right outside.
When your
I'm just
cuddle like
cold
kittens.
dead body is sitting outside, you'll come on in.
Velkin turns I'll say to Ren, and she goes, I don't know what they're going on about. You can literally fit like max 9 people in here.
They just like to discuss things.
I'm not trying to discuss. I step one step outside the dome and sit down. That's it.
Make me a death saving throw.
I like that this entire conversation happened. Isaiah never went into the dome in the first place. He took the water skin and it's been sitting out there fixing it this entire
Can't
time.
hear anything. Okay,
So,
let me set
Wait,
let me
Mom.
set up some watches here, please.
Alright.
For the love of God. Who's taking first watch? Okay. Roll me perception checks, the both of you.
Oh, this is the team for that. Holy crap. That actually wasn't horrible.
Nice.
How is... Oh, yeah, just a negative one. So that's 12.
12?
Yep.
Good.
What'd you get, Calder?
2.
Nice.
Which, that
Well,
tracks, because
Ew.
I'm gonna sit outside for a little while here, and since we have a clear sky, clearer than we've had in some time, I'm gonna look at the stars for a while and think on things and try and feel for that connection that has been so flighty lately.
If you're just reaching out with feeling, you don't feel any.
Like, okay.
That's it? You go like you were debating something. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean
That's
that's pretty. I mean, yeah, I was just gonna meditate and I don't know, try to bounce, flick on and off the light spell, kind of cover it, so it doesn't create a beacon, but that kind of shit. Try to, I don't know, see if I can get it any more consistent.
You try. First 2 snaps it doesn't come on, but the third one it does. Very dim.
Like dim, like dim, not the what?
Not like you're used to.
Oh, come on, man. Oh,
Having a little performance
try and
issues
get it
over
back
there.
on. You just get the side eye, and I'm trying to snap it on and off.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
You
it.
snap
You're
it on
just
and off.
Siphoning the last of the Star Queen's essence into that light spell. That's all.
As you do, it turns off, and it does come right back. Not any brighter. You seem to be able to control the ability on and off.
Performance issue jokes aside, this sucks.
Yeah. This is going to come out as, I don't know, snide or snarky or something like that, but
Yeah,
I genuinely mean it. Sometimes it really sucks when you rely on other people. When you have to rely on other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about that sometime. Well, I've been thinking about that lately, I guess. Mostly just in particular relation to the Star Queen. Yeah. So much of what makes me able to accomplish the things that we have is my connection to her. I never really considered that a god could, I don't know, die or hide or.
A couple things you learn making things for a while. First one is everything eventually stops working. Second thing is
even reality, apparently.
Yeah. The other thing is other people can only ever give you the tools. The reason you're able to do a lot of the things we do is because you're too damn stubborn not to.
That's very sweet of you to say.
Or
I mean,
power.
even if I didn't have the power, I'd still fucking try. But
Dornan
the
doesn't have that
likelihood of
power.
me. Dornan has other gifts.
So
And
does
he spent a
Ren.
lot of time training to do things that don't require him to be danger close as much. Without the abilities he affords me, the likelihood of me dying goes up pretty drastically.
Well, I mean, that just means you need to. If she stops working for you, that just means you need to learn a new way of doing things. And in the meantime, you've got 8 other people too stupid and stubborn to let you die doing it. So there's not that much likelihood. I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Well, appreciate that.
Of course. Could always.
But you're
just-
right. I should do what I can do, and I'll kind of push myself to my feet, put the shield, kind of just like stick it in the stand, standing up. Take out the sword. Maybe should try to start getting a little more technique, a little less ferocity, and I'll go away, a couple paces away and start working on just like moving through forms, kind of thinking back to things that my dad taught me many years ago.
Okay. Isaiah, you were fixing the water skin.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I just wanted to fix something. We get that opportunity so rarely.
You take your time patching the hole, making sure it's intricate, perfect. Before you even start to yawn, you see Calder gets tired after a while of practicing his technique. You both head into the dome. Who wants to take second watch?
well.
I will.
3 of you. Interesting.
No, I'll take last watch then.
Boo. I was ready. I was like, this is a first.
Triple watch.
Eggval and Velkin. Are you staying inside the dome? Leaving the dome?
I'm outside the dome.
I have to stay
Ooh.
inside. I can't leave it.
Inside. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, but you make perception checks for me.
I don't have dice.
What?
Okay. No,
Pretty
that's
important for
They're
D&D.
here.
Hey.
I just didn't have them.
Just roll
I
them all.
was-
Pick a number.
I was eating my dino nuggies. They came first.
Dino nuggies.
Fair enough.
Priorities.
That is
I would
definitely
literally
fair.
eat the nuggies before I roll the dice. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Roll the nuggies.
Oh,
Roll the nuggies.
I rolled a
Tail side up's
T-Rex.
the natural 20.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
I am 20. That's easy math. 15 plus 5.
woo. 20.
What is that? That's an 11 for me.
Bum 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 bum. An 11 and a 20. Okay. The night is relatively quiet for both of you. Eggval, you spend your time watching the stars, trying your hardest to see if they move. Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Sure. I've actually been liking this die. It's been going back and forth. Yeah, it's been going. It's been going back and forth. That's a 21.
You see a shooting star.
It's the Star Queen's body.
John.
Blasted across the sky.
Is it screaming?
They seem like they're moving. Other than that, pretty beautiful out. Cold. Every once in a while, you kind of tuck yourself into the dome just to get a little bit of warmth. This time of night, it's freezing. You even have to put on some of your cold weather gear.
Okay.
Every time you lean into the dome of it, Velkin snaps at you for letting like the warm air out.
Is
It's
that
like-
how they're- I'm gonna stick like my head. I'm gonna like and like just reactionary, just like go back in and then like pause. I'll stick my head in. Is that how magic works?
Yes. I'm a wizard, I know.
Roll. Is that a deception check? Roll a deception check. I'm using my passive insight again.
Great.
Roll
I'm
with
gonna-
advantage.
Oh, bet. Okay, I'll take the 13 over the 3, so 15.
Ah, my passive is a 14.
She's the wizard. She knows best.
I'll pull my head. I'll then like just pull my head back out and I'll say to myself, magic is really weird, but you probably don't hear me. I'm assuming.
Okay, I have a weird mechanical question.
Okay.
So a long rest is 8 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so a drow only needs to transfer 4.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane recovery you can use on a short rest. So an hour, right?
Correct.
So if at the start of Velkin's watch she does arcane recovery, uses a spell, for her second part of her watch, can she use arcane recovery again?
No.
Well,
You
arcane
can only use
recovery is
arcane
once per
recovery
long
once
rest.
for long rest.
Yeah.
Once per long rest. Okay. You know, I'll do it. She's gonna arcane recovery.
Okay.
And she's gonna get back a spell slot, and she's gonna use it immediately. So once Egg kind of like shuffles back out again, she pulls open her book and she's leant with her back against it, just kind of like studying over some of the stuff towards the front of her her spell book. But her spell book is a multitude of things. It's a journal, it's a spell book, it's a bunch of stuff. And she keeps flipping back between the front and then for the new scrying spell that she just picked up. Front scrying spell. And she's kind of hemming and hawing. But eventually she'll take out the materials and sorry, no one's chewing on a toy. She's gonna take out the materials and she's gonna cast scrying on Yvonne.
Ooh.
Because she now
Nice.
has the ability to cast scrying. And it's eating her alive to see what's happening.
You get scry, and the first thing you do is check your ex's Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
While
not,
Calder is asleep next to you.
it's not cyber stalking.
It's arcane stalking.
Exactly.
It's just normal stalking.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
Okay. I'm gonna have to. Oh no, that's modified memory. I don't want that spell.
It's a fun one.
Okay, she knows them, like she's familiar with them. So they have a -5. And she'd probably have something of Yvonne's. Something. So I'd say like maybe like one of her rings or something that she wears is Yvonne's technically.
Okay.
But I'd say I don't think she'd have a body part. Her hair. Look, it's fucking weird. She's not that weird. So I'll do possession of her.
What's your spell DC?
My spell DC is it went up. It's 17.
Okay. As you sit there and begin to flip through the pages, when you get to the front, your eyes fade. You feel like you're shot into the sky, pushed forward with a force. Before you're in a room. There's a small crackling hearth. And you see a familiar figure sitting in a large back chair, staring at the hearth. You see just out of the corner. Actually, make me a perception check.
Okay. Well, I'm making that. Is this room familiar?
Not to you.
Ooh.
This does not seem like drow architecture.
Okay. 14 plus 5. Or 19.
19?
19, yeah.
Just out of the side of the scrying's vision, you can see a large bed. Figure laying inside of it.
It's called her.
Okay.
She
I'm in
seems
two
to
places
be
at once.
sleeping.
So Yvonne is the one that's in the bed sleep.
Nope. She's the one that's sitting in the chair.
Okay. Oh God. Okay, and she can't make out at all who it is that she's with.
Mm-mm.
Okay. To do this, sensor moves target.
The room itself seems to be a small octagonal-like chamber. It is round in its build. You can see two large windows on both of the sides of the hearth, kind of look out into a sky. It is dark where she is at. She seems to have her head just locked back before it shoots up. She begins to look around the room. She shifts back into her chair. Seems to be sitting there for a little while.
Vulcan's she's watching with a very kind of like expressionless. Like, I mean, I guess she's not there, she's a censor, but like, it's very much just observant. That's what she feels right now.
It's at that point you hear something coming from behind. And she stands up quickly. She kind of turns around, both arms on the side of the chair. Oh. Do not surprise me like that again, or you will find yourself killed. My apologies, mistress. But the council is meeting now. Of course. Give me a moment. She sits, and you can see her kind of walk towards a chest when she opens it. Her things are pretty much shoved inside of there. Not really any order to it. She begins to dress herself.
While she's walking to the chest, because Vulcan can see within 10 feet of her, does she get a better look at who the other person is?
It seems to be a young human female, probably in her 20s. She's nude, sleeping, curled up in a blanket.
Human. Not surprising.
Long black hair. Her skin is sort of this tannish bronze color. You don't see any of her facial features.
And they said the council's meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I got on this, but Vulcan's basically going to follow her for the 10 minutes. She's hanging on to it, especially if she doesn't seem to notice that she's scrying.
After she gets dressed, she seems to be in what looks like, I don't want to call it regal clothing, but something like you've never seen her dress in before. Sort of, I want to call it a tight-fitting robe that's on her is quite fitting, as she has quite a muscular physique. And she stands much taller. As she walks out the door, you see a gentleman come into your vision who seems to be smaller, hunched over. He carries a large tome in his hands, a whitish gray cloak with blue trim. And as she walks out the door, where are we meeting then? You're being watched, you hear from beside her, before your vision goes black.
Was the person holding the tome, is it a drow or a human? Or
It was a young human male who seemed to be probably in his late teens, completely bald. He has freckles on the top of his head, kind of pock his entire bald head, sky blue eyes, dark brassy skin.
And he wasn't the one that dismissed her spell?
No, a voice to Yvonne's left.
Does she recognize that voice?
Give me a general intelligence check.
Oh, okay.
And you can add your proficiency modifier.
Woo! Oh, okay. I rolled 17 plus 9.
You've never heard this voice before in your life.
Okay, well, that rules out one person who she thinks it might. Because it's ended so suddenly, Velkin comes back with a startled gasp, and she looks around, takes in the area around her and kind of looks over, like she like luckily Egg's outside the dome, so he doesn't see us and sleeping, but she looks startled. Welcome and startled easily. And she's sorry about her. Sorry about Leona. She closes her book like rather aggressively. Quickly erases the runes in the sand, puts all the stuff like back in her bag, and just kind of like sits there and just is thinking. And she's trying to go over. Does white with blue trim sound familiar at all in terms of what places that we've been and what they wear in terms of like not royalty colors, but like you know.
Yeah, I mean, with the you said you rolled a 19 on your intelligence check, or no, it was more than that. It's easy to
was a
figure
7.
out that these are the robes similar to who you've previously thought a friend, Abad. The Order of the Blue Flame tend to wear these robes.
Oh.
Right. Fuck. Okay, as that realization sets in, Velkin zones out. She's not present for the rest of the watch. She's in her own. She probably wouldn't even notice her watch ending.
And Egg, as you come back into the dome,
I just want to make a quick. I'm sorry. I just want to make a quick correction. I was looking at my passive perception. My passive insight is a 16, so I would have known that you were lying, but it still would have been my same reaction anyways. That's all. I just wanted to make that.
thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, you got it.
Appreciate that.
It was more for it was more for myself. So,
Who would like to
honest.
take the third watch?
I will.
Okay. Inside or outside of the dome?
I'll stay in the dome. And actually, if I'm the only one up, then I'm gonna nudge Redrick awake.
Where's the dagger?
Dagger.
Sorry.
This dagger's gonna be the disaster of this party. I can already tell you now.
Oh, what's up?
Watch.
All right, inside the dome though.
Obviously.
Thank you. I look outside the dome for any hulking shadow figures. No.
Ooh, perception check.
Specifically
there.
Dagger. Instant reaction dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 16.
Bren?
That is a 16.
So 25.
Okay.
Yes, 25.
By the way, this dagger's never going to be used as a melee weapon. He will throw that thing to the death of him. I already know it
Throw
for
it,
sure.
grab it, throw it, grab it.
You gotta get a belt of returning, dog.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart. That'd be sweet. Okay. Seems relatively quiet out. Redrick, you do see, after about an hour or so in silence, what looks like these large birds? Too big to be birds. In the distance. Large wings. You could even say probably the wingspan of 6 foot. 3 of these creatures flying in sort of like a triangle towards you before disappear behind dunes.
Good thing we're in the dome.
Kill your chickens.
Yeah.
Ren, from a similar direction, you see flashes of light. And as stark as day, you see 2 lightning bolts in the sky kind of strike down. Way off in the distance, miles and miles away.
Wonder what that was.
I don't know.
Huh.
Do we know
hang on a
anyone
second.
that calls lightning?
Not personally. I wonder if Yorns could see it. Should I wake up Velkin, do you think? Or like nudge her? She doesn't. It's kind of creepy. She just kind of.
Is she awake? I don't know.
No, it's weird. Sits
I
there.
wave
You
my
never know,
hand in front of her
like,
eyes.
paying attention or not.
So because again Velkin only needs 4 hours and she's gotten her rest, she's just been sitting there with her eyes closed, just kind of thinking again. And when she feels the like whoosh of flare in front of her face, they flash open. You just see like these like startled red eyes, and she just goes, "What?"
Hey, I saw something like way over that way. Do you think Yorins might be able to see it? It was like lightning. It's like far, far away though.
You just said it's lightning.
Yeah, but do you see a storm?
What? It's you see Velkin like exhales visibly through her nose, and just
He's in a mood.
uh, I think he can get maybe 100 feet from me.
I just wonder like how far he can see, like if he might notice something.
Maybe somewhere the
If we're
lightning
talking
struck.
about in the dark vision, I can see further than my cat can.
I don't know that. I don't know how your cat works. Can
Mine
you see
doesn't
like
have
up?
wings.
You get a very dramatic eye roll. Velkin's gonna look out towards they were looking. Does she herself see anything? Because she's
Perception
got
check.
pretty good dark vision.
It was
That
way
wasn't it.
away in the distance.
That wasn't a good roll. So I'm gonna she gets a 7. So I'm guessing
Uh-oh.
she can't. But if she can't, she'll send Yorins out 100 feet to take a look.
Okay, give me a perception checks with Yorins.
Okay. Yeah, she goes, yeah, I can't see shit. Let me send the cat, and opens up the bag and pulls him by the scruff out, and he just kind of starts like little light flapping.
His
Yeah.
Ren.
How much would you bet Urans get struck by lightning? Yeah. I got 2
it's like
gold on getting struck.
he's gonna go 100 feet away, and then his dark vision is 60 feet, and he's got detective visibility within 60 feet. I'm gonna do a vision check first,
Okay.
I guess. Okay, he rolled much better than Velkin. He gets a 22.
The 22. Yorins can see. It is probably a good 10 plus miles away, maybe even more. Similar streaks of lightning. You can see that the sky is definitely darkened out that way. Seems
Mhm.
like some sort of a storm.
Okay, like, because Velkin is a mage, so this looks like natural lightning. This doesn't look like arcane.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. She'll just she'll snap her fingers and basically like poof Yorins back to her kind of thing. Desummon him, bring him back kind of thing. And you see her the cat eyes, the bright blue cat eyes turn to the familiar. And she goes, "It's a storm."
Good to know. Thank you.
Did anyone take my bet on Velkin getting struck by lightning? I owe them 2 gold if they
Oh.
did.
There's only one person awake with you too.
Okay.
Wait, you what'd you bid?
Never mind. It's too late now. He's back. I was
Yeah,
I was betting that Urans would get struck by lightning.
He
He
did.
could have made 2 gold.
He did.
Then you would owe me 2 gold.
No, you owe me 2 gold. It's
Okay.
my familiar. She kind of just shakes her head a bit. Is watch been okay other than that?
Yeah, I mean,
Just some
storm's coming.
birds.
Nothing too crazy. Big
Does the
birds.
storm look like it's coming towards us in the way we're going, or like opposite?
You couldn't tell. It was too far to see the direction of the storm.
Okay.
Is it in the direction we were walking though? Just like
Yeah.
Depending what direction the storm is moving, if it's moving our way, we are going towards it. So there's a possibility that if it continues, we'll hit it. It's very far off, so don't know. I'm awake, so if you need me, here.
if someone had to get struck by lightning, who do you think it should be?
Ook.
Velkin looks
That's
around
fair.
Velkin looks around, scans the group. Are we looking for a reaction to getting struck by lightning, or like who could take it best?
Well, if we're talking about who can take it best, it's me. Hey, but I just meant who would you most want to? Say lightning's coming. You gotta hold someone up in front of it.
The lightning's coming, boys.
She casts her gaze around, looks around for a minute, like it's a conversation we had. And points to Egg. He can do that. He can do that thing where like he takes less damage when he's hit by something really strong.
This is for people who aren't watching, but I put my middle finger up anyways.
Just had to narrate it out.
I think Egg would be fine.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
And
Okay.
Ren hears in her head, I feel like he's trying to tell me something, but he's super fucking stupid, so I can't figure it out.
Ren just like lets out like a strangled, like trying not to laugh.
Enjoy your watch.
Thanks.
So she'll curl up. She'll curl up with Calder for the last little bit. She's not sleeping.
Okay. The remainder of your watch goes unhindered. The rest of the party stirs
Yay!
as the sun begins to rise and the heat once again begins to follow after the morning hours. You gather your things. Is there anything you guys wanted to prepare on this new day after a long rest?
Hey, Egg.
Yeah.
Question for you. Would you be willing to use that other bit of diamond you got to kind of help me get a little more back to full fighting?
Hold on. I'm gonna just like stretch, and then with like my left hand, sort of like reach into like the side of like my pack with it, and just hold it. And with like my right hand, I'm just gonna put my palm on your face, and I'm gonna cast Greater
healed.
Restoration on you.
Oh yes.
Ah,
One
Okay.
level left.
And there goes that. All right.
I'll buy you more diamond. I'll give you more diamond dust.
Take my hand off and just sort of wipe it on my shirt as you probably put spit on it. Okay, that's okay. That's cool. Thank you. I only have one of those left, by the way. So.
Well, come tomorrow. You won't have to worry about it for me anymore. Oh.
Calder
Okay.
the most rested of your party, other than Avery.
Really?
Well, no, I
He
meant
took a watch.
Dornan. Sorry, Cassis,
Oh.
Calder, Dornan, Echo thing, whatever he is now.
Whatever name I
That's-
choose. Hey.
Got some
All right,
real
y'all,
good
let's-
sleep, Calder, now that you aren't getting visions ever again.
Let's get on the fucking move, shall we?
Isaiah, did you
Before
wanna
I do
something?
that, I would like to look in my box and figure out, play around with it, see how it works and what it says today's going to be like.
Roll the die.
Sorry, you're what?
His box. He wants to
wants
look
to
in
Stop!
his
You're doing so good.
What is
This
this?
is box.
I'm with you.
It's Isaiah's box.
It's
Does it
going to be a
item
middling
on
day. I got a 7 and a 12.
Interesting. What does it
Is
look
this
like whenever you open the box? Well, I guess I can explain that. Whenever you open this box, and now it isn't the smallest item. It is about the size of a shoebox. And whenever you open it, Isaiah, and you begin to fiddle with the gears, you can tell that it takes just a bit of magic to get it tuned to what exactly you need to make it work. So whenever you imbue your magic into it, you can tell that the gears begin to spin faster and faster and faster. Too fast to be like a ticking of a watch or anything like that. They begin to whirl, and you can tell it kind of gives off this low hum before you close the box. Feel that it's set.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, so what were the two numbers you rolled?
I got a 7 and a 12.
Okay.
So
6
keep
and
that in mind. If you roll on your die, on your d20, on pretty much any time you roll a d20, a 7 or a 12. Especially in combat, let me know.
That applies to everybody?
Yeah. As long as you're within 30 feet of me at the
I'm
time.
sorry, what numbers?
7 and
12.
12.
I
Seven-
posted.
Plebeians.
7 and 12.
I'm
I see
gonna
it in
try
the
to
chat. Okay.
keep up.
I cannot.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up with posting it on Roll20 chat.
Thanks, pal.
Good thought.
Perfect.
The
Right.
interesting
roll.
part is it's creatures, so it applies to everybody.
Well,
Yep.
I don't need a piggyback anymore, so we can get going.
Very good.
Oh, but water skin will do the thing.
Okay.
Glug, glug,
Done.
glug.
Oh, did you finish
That's
passing the
fine.
line?
There we go.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get water last.
Oh, dusting. Also dusting on us.
Okay.
Okay. He's
Ren
making a
forgot
I
the
don't
point.
need
dusting,
water
but I
now
have
anyway.
it noted.
Oh yeah,
Dornan,
dusting.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Snort your
And-
dust.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I just read the
Gonna do a
item.
line.
And
David's looking
okay,
at
that
his
makes
box.
sense.
These guys are doing coke.
Erebar's a wild town, man.
It changes you.
And the only other thing is, as normal, he's gonna play with his cloak a bit, so it starts to fade in and out and sort of shift with the patterns around him. But this time, it's much lighter white, and helps reflect some of the light as much as possible.
Okay. So, as you travel, who's going to be leading the party? Because you are in a wide, vast desert. Potentials of getting lost.
I think we do the typical with
Adler.
Ren and Calder, Vilkin, and Yoren's up top.
Yeah. You weren't up top.
If you want.
Ren taking point, and I know the general direction of the city from here anyway. Or like the coast.
Northeast-ish.
So I will help Ren. And give her
Okay.
guidance.
When Egg comes to give me my water last, I'll pull him aside. Just say like, Egg, question, lightning coming at you. Someone else in the party has to take it. You get to hold him up. Who are you grabbing? It can't be Velkin.
You know, I actually
Why would I?
recently
You have to pick someone.
Isn't I know you're just talking to me, but now I'm just involving other people. Isaiah, doesn't like lightning get attracted to like metal and stuff? Like, so say hypothetically,
Kind of.
someone got hit with lightning, wouldn't it more likely go to Ook than to one of us? Because he's made out of metal.
No, well, no. So there's a lot of factors to consider. First is you're made mostly of water, so it would also be attracted to you. Second is you're slightly taller than Ook. Third is
slide
I've got
in
a
between those
10-foot
two.
metal pole in my hand.
I slide in between
Which is
those two,
taller
and,
than me.
and I'm looking at Egg. I'm
Yes.
like, Egg, he's just gonna make it a harder question. You just gotta pick.
Well, actually, no. So, in any case, I don't want it to happen, but
Mhm,
I feel
mhm.
like in all likelihood, normally it would just be Isaiah because he's got the pole.
All right, I'll keep
Because
that,
I'm
I'll
just
keep
thinking
that
of
in
the metal
mind.
thing. I'm not saying that I would. Where did this come from?
Don't worry about
Is
it.
it
Why do you want someone to get hit by lightning? What happened?
is it where would it go or who could take it?
Well, so I'm
We'll get
just
back to
assuming
this.
it's
We'll
where
get
would
back
it
to
you,
this.
Red.
Oh,
Red's
all
just
the
asking
question.
who you would
Wait
sacrifice.
your
Water
turn.
last
Wait
next
your
time.
turn. All right, we'll get around to this. All right,
Well,
let's get
I'm
moving.
just saying. I
So
recently.
is that a survival check with advantage?
Yes, please, God. Yes.
Guidance?
Sure.
Okay.
With
I'm
guidance.
asking
in your
him.
pocket.
Yeah. Oh, I had a warmth in my pocket. Okay. It's pretty decent. I will save the warmth. Well,
It lasts for 10 minutes, so I don't know.
okay, I'll go ahead and use the warmth. It's like a
Uh-huh.
lemon bar. Oh, fuck yeah. All right.
Oh.
43.
27.
27. Okay. You begin to head in a southeastern direction. Northeastern direction. Apologies. In which Calder is familiar with the general direction where he's going, so Nimpeth should be this way. And you begin to head in that direction. You walk in the blistering sun for hours. Up and down sand dunes, through large gullies made of stone and rock. Sometimes as you walk, the sand is soft, and it makes walking through it slower and harder. Sometimes the ground itself begins to harden itself. More cracked, broken landscape. You can see more vegetation in these areas. And as you crest one of the large dunes, go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt you. You're fine.
As you crest one of these large dunes, Ren, you being the first, you suddenly see something. Ahead of you. A massive dark wall of swirling sand approaches quickly in the distance. 1 second.
Okay.
Before we do anything here, the sight is quite shocking. And as you all crest this dune, the wind itself is blowing in your face. It begins to pick up, whipping around you grains of sand into your eyes and begin to sting your skin. The storm is about a mile off as it approaches, and all of you can feel the ground underneath you tremble. As you all look at each other and realize that you would probably find shelter immediately.
Dome?
Dome.
Or
Dome.
Don't.
Dome.
Don't.
Mhm.
Don't.
is
Dome,
there
please.
just
Amira,
quickly? Is there
sorry.
any like structure around us while she's doing the dome?
I can do it in. I can do it in a minute because I'll spend the spell slot to do it. So
Do
I'll just
that.
need a minute. Yeah.
While it's taking her a minute, I'm gonna hand Ren a spyglass, so she's got
Thank
greater distance. Try to help her.
Perception check, Ren. Go ahead.
Well, it's 11. I'm gonna use a psi point on that. 13.
13. Behind you a ways, probably like 100 feet or so, you can see what seems like a very small rocky outcropping. So you might be able to put your backs up against.
Does this seem
There's some
like
rocks. If we want to go there, if we think the dome is enough, is like the sand gonna shift under us? How?
It's gonna bury us.
By the way, the wall that you saw, just to give you a more accurate description, is pure black. You see lightning
Yep.
at the top of it, striking down into the dark, kind of causing these flashes.
Wild storm.
Are we sure this is
Alright.
natural? Because this has been going on for several hours now, and it doesn't. How far has it moved?
It's come towards us, if anything, right? Because it was like
It is.
way off in the distance. Now it's right on us.
What do you guys want to do?
All right.
Um,
You said there were
You
rocks.
have probably 5 minutes maximum before this storm hits you.
Let's
can get the
run
dome
over
up
to
in
those
that
rocks
time.
over there and get the dome up.
Yeah, get the dome on the outside of the rocks, and then we can maybe dig in a little and make some space.
I don't know if being buried in sand's any better, but
Better than
Buried
having it
in
blow your
sand is
skin
better
off.
than
true.
Yeah.
Then getting struck by lightning.
Being struck by lightning.
That too.
Yep.
lightning's easy enough to deal with.
For the record, I could take it best.
That's a
I,
cute.
re-
Debatable.
I recently figured out how to reduce certain types of damage.
All right.
Save.
Are you
You gonna
Save.
stand there,
Or-
We say all of this as we're running towards the rocks.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. As soon as I get into like close enough to the rocks, Falcon begins to draw the runes in the sand, and much quicker than you saw it yesterday. It just all of a sudden it goes. It just you see the rise from the ground, from the bead up into the dome, into the rock.
And I'm gonna see if she lets me try to help her direct it so that it gives us maximum space behind the dome into the rock outcropping, so that
Okay.
we've got more space than just the dome.
You get a side eye, but she does listen. You get a side eye, but she does take into consideration what you say.
Thank you.
Ren, as you search desperately for the nearby cave or outcropping, you spot the one that I was speaking of, and a short distance away. and you and the party make a mad dash towards it. The wind buffeting all of you mercilessly, as
I'm
you
in trouble
run.
with that word today.
I know. You reach the shelter of the rocks just in time as you get the dome up and kind of position it as best as you can as the storm hits with full force. You can hear it hit the dome. And as it does, you can tell that if you were sitting in this thing, all of you would be swept away. The sand blasting against the rocky wall, swirling around you in a blinding haze. Every once in a while, lightning slamming and smashing into the ground in front of you as the storm just buffets the dome. And it does not seem like it is going to let up.
Balder, check our backs. See what this is.
How do you mean?
Is it a cave? Is there anything living in there?
Is it a cave or is it just a thing of stone?
It was an outcropping.
So no opening.
Yes.
It's not.
Alright.
We should be prepared to dig out. Velkin, this thing's got air as long as it's up, right?
This is
Another rocket.
probably a good time to mention. Ren and I saw this storm coming last night. Oh, Falcon was awake too.
Yeah.
But it was way off. It came right at us. Quicker
Over
than
the
No.
it
past
should have.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Weather
No.
moves.
Now that we're in the storm, after the dome's up, Vilkin's gonna look up. Now that she's standing in it, does it still seem natural?
Give me an Arcana check. Actually, nature check. Sorry, we'll do that. Side Kate.
Still intelligence.
It's still +5. That's a 17.
17. Seems natural to you. And as you look up, you're kind of watching the storm, and another strike of lightning smacks out the rocky outcropping right above you, sending rocks smashing on top of the dome.
Can I ask a question? Sorry. So I got a 12 on the die. What does that
Yeah.
number mean for that? Okay.
More in combat thing than outside.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
But thank you.
Yeah, you just see kind of Vilkin staring up towards the roof of the dome, puzzled. Completely
Actually-
ignoring whatever you guys are doing to prepare
Yeah.
for when we have to get out of here, but
Actually, that's a good point. Isaiah deals with lightning a lot. Not even the storm or how the storm's moving. Does the lightning have the same coloration, the same sort of randomization as lightning should?
Give me a nature check.
All right. And yeah. He will spend a little time to make sure pull out some of the energy that he normally uses on his hands to get some sparks going, and reach up to compare him to use a flash. Genius. To make that a 21.
21. Never being in a sandstorm before, it's hard to tell. The coloration and the way the lightning acts seems natural. A storm this fierce you've never been in your entire life, but it is kind of insane. It seems natural though. The way the lightning's form and the coloration, it doesn't seem.
We should also remember. Shit. I have no idea if this storm is like it, but if it clears, we give it time to see if it's actually clearing or if it's just like a calm point.
I don't have a shovel or anything, but I I could use like my pan as like a shovel, kind of like maybe
Excellent.
like dig some of it out so we have sort of like a window or something.
All
Kind
right.
of like at the top of the dome. Just to check.
Velkin, if you can, make sure to give us a warning before this comes down.
Yeah, as long. It's not concentration, so we have 8 hours.
All right.
Worst comes to worst, can I cast the dome again inside the dome? Like time it correctly? Take another spell slot.
It would require some timing and some skill.
Okay.
You can
So-
always try.
Okay, so we have minimum 8 hours. If we need longer, you see her kind of like scrunch her nose up. She says, "I might need some help, but I could keep it up a bit longer."
Sounds perfectly good. All right. Oh fuck.
I want to keep an eye out for any shapes in the storm.
Yes, Ren is too.
Perception checks, both of you, with disadvantage.
Awful. Just real bad.
Yep.
11 though.
Yep. 11.
Wow.
With 2 11s, the storm is too fierce and dark for you to make out any shapes.
Is Ook acting the way I would expect him to in this situation?
How do you?
Is Ook doing
that?
anything weird?
Okay, good
basically?
question. He's sitting there, patient.
All right. Okay. All right, Velkin. So we can pass through your dome, right?
I'm the only one that can't
Yep.
leave the dome.
But this storm, all its energy, the rocks that fell a while ago, that can't pass through.
See her open up
Yeah.
her spell book. It cannot move, and creatures and objects within the dome can move through it freely. All other objects and creatures are barred from passing through it.
Okay. So I can stick something out of. I've got an idea. This is going to be very interesting.
Fair
Yeah.
to share.
If we get buried,
Is
can't
it-
we just like put our hands up top, just like
Yes.
that actually going out of the dome? Yeah,
Maybe.
That was my
You
I'm gonna pull out my pan.
you want to make sure you've got some place to put the sand before you start digging. But yes, but
I'll
for
pull out
right
my
now,
cot.
I'm going to try something. Oh,
The dome is not fully like covered in
Yeah.
sand at the moment, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell.
not yet, yeah.
Even from this brief amount of time that you've been in the dome, it's probably risen about half of a foot. You can see that it is slowly building its way up the side of the dome.
But is it
Alright.
mainly on just like one side of the dome, right? It's not like fully
Right.
surrounded, or is it
Yeah,
fully
exactly.
surrounded?
No. So the dome is up against the wall, but you can see it is filling even the outcropping that you place yourselves up against. Any
Right.
cracks, essentially.
All right, I need to try something. I've got an idea. All right, everybody just group up closer on that side.
Why do I have a
And
feeling
Isaiah's
this is going to
gonna
involve
get-
explosives?
No,
That'll be
there-
great.
I don't know that nothing's going to explode, but I know there's no explosives involved.
Can you not in the dome with everyone in here?
No, I can't. Okay. And he's going to take a little bit of copper wire and wind it around his fancy spyglass that he got from the McCoys. And then he's going to continue the wire, and then he's going to take a small leather thong and tie it to the end of his pike. and then stick it straight up out of the dome into the storm to see if you can get it struck. And try to take in some of that lightning without
How heavy
breaking
is
it.
that?
What?
What you're holding? Because I could potentially do it with Mage Hand to like be safer.
No.
That's
It needs as much. Lightning follows the easiest path, so I need it to easiest path to ground. So if it was disconnected from the ground, it would work.
So, as you stick the lightning rod out the top of the dome, you wait.
And I've got absorb elements to prepare to soak some of that up, but I'm going to try and see if I can soak some of it up into the thing instead of.
Are you sure you don't want me to hold that? Just throwing
Yes.
it out there. Okay.
Calder can try his thing.
I can reduce lightning damage by half.
The stubborn old man wants to be
We
a stubborn
all
old man.
can.
Let him do it.
Nah, just let them do
Can
it.
we?
All three of us can do
As you're
that,
having
yes.
this discussion.
Is he dead?
You see Isaiah grit for a moment and grit his teeth. You can feel this pulse through your hand. It kind of sits you down on the ground. Take 12 points of lightning damage.
That's not bad.
I will throw an absorb to half that.
Sit you down on the ground. You can see the electrical tip of the rod. I rolled a natural 20 on, by the way. There's a very low
Damn.
chance of that lightning hitting you. Your
I'm
rod.
just gonna touch you in level 1 cure wounds so you heal 8 hit points.
Isaiah,
okay.
care to explain this?
I am.
I know I posed a very
Working on
interesting
something.
question earlier, but I wasn't like actually expecting people to enact it out.
No, this is, in terms of my lifetime, a unique experience. I do not know when I would have had this chance again.
To get struck
So
by
you
lightning? I
wanted-
got struck by lightning when we
You
first
wanted
met.
to get struck by lightning?
Just because you've never been?
That wasn't for me. I'm working on something, and I wanted some energy.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Everything that works takes energy to do so. It's sort of the form. Anyway, so
Sure.
We understand perfectly now.
I'm gonna mutter to myself in giant. I guess we're all crazy.
but I'm gonna take the spyglass off the end of the pike. Is it still in one piece?
No. It is cracked in multiple areas. The glass at the front of it just completely shattered.
Cool.
Cool. Ruined that. All right.
But if there's nothing else crazy someone decides to do, this
Nope.
storm hits the dome for hours. All of you are trapped inside the shelter of the rocks in the dome, and you wait for the storm to pass. The winds howl outside, and the sand pounds against the dome like a relentless drum beat. But after what seems like an eternity, it eventually does subside, leaving you in the dome, submerged in sand.
I will take the shield and just see if I can figure out if we're not that deep, like if I can get light through the top, just like sticking it through and scraping away.
I'm gonna take my pan and just reach up and start doing something similar on the other side.
How long are you doing this for?
I don't know, man.
I'll
I'll go like 15, 20 minutes, and if I don't
Okay.
see any light by then we'll...
Okay. After 15, 20 minutes of digging, and with the help of Egg, you can see the sunlight.
Great.
Do you want me to lift you up and you can kind of like stick your head out like a Like a groundhog. There we go. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think that's necessary yet. I think let's clear up enough like space up there, and then we can pop people out of the hole, one by one on top of the sand.
Okay.
Or we can just
Yeah,
let the
I guess
dome
that
down
works
then
too.
if we already have a hole in the top.
Well,
And it
then we'll
just make like a funnel in the ground, right?
I don't like
well,
it.
we'd be like half
That
buried.
sounds like a terrible idea.
Let's
I
not.
don't want to.
It,
Wherever there's
I don't
not
wanna
sand
get-
now, there's not going to be sand when it falls.
Do you want
Well,
sand
we
your
have-
pants?
The
That'll-
conversations of this party. Just dig
It'll
yourselves out, you fucking demons.
Yes. Yes.
For the love of God, yes.
That's what we do. Nothing can be simple.
We like to role play.
So you take some
I
time
would like to get to the city.
to dig yourself out of the sand before you honestly, unless you want to spend a couple of hours doing this, which I'm assuming you don't, pull yourselves up out of the sand. Some of you
Yes.
lifting the others, while the others pull you up onto this dune that has now covered the entire rocky outcropping that you found shelter beneath. And as you emerge from the dome, you can see that the landscape around you has been transformed by the storm. Dunes have shifted, contours of the land have been altered, making it difficult to reorient yourself. What around you, you look like you're almost in a valley. The storm uncovered something. Large rocky mountains, I shouldn't say mountains, but walls kind of surround you. You can see rocks on the ground, almost as if the storm blew through this valley, cleared it out. The hard, cracked ground is underneath you.
Anything else of note?
Perception check.
19.
19. You being one of the first to emerge from the dome, here's something.
Scanning.
And around you, you see what looks like about 7 or 8 of these winged dragon-like creatures, standing about 6 foot in height.
Oh boy.
How far?
Two of them land in front of you, about 30 feet away. One landing on a rock, the other on the ground next to him. You hear right behind your party. Turn and you see one of these creatures. 4 more, 2 on your left and your right, above you. You now seem surrounded by these creatures. You will give us the gem.
Divine sense.
Divine sense. These are fiends. As they all pull out these large scimitars. Shing! Show you what they look like in chat. Here, or not in chat, but in the game. I can show everybody what I'm looking at.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's awful.
The soul is ours, and you will forfeit it or forfeit your lives. Shing! They all pull out these scimitars. And that is where we're going to go to break.
Hey. All right, everybody.
My time.
Yeah, we'll get you back here in 10 to 15 minutes. Going on break.
Woo!
See ya
Bye!
then. One. We're live.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hello,
Sorry.
welcome
Hey.
back.
Woo!
Welcome back,
broken.
everybody.
We're all messed up.
We're just seeing our
Echo.
stream. Just give it a sec, man.
Gordon's
it'll
all messed
be
up.
Fine.
Yeah.
Gordon
That's
messed everything up.
Say we're all-
Screenception.
There you go.
I see, like, okay.
I'm all over the place. I'm a half Sarah, half
There you
me.
go.
Yeah.
Good professional.
There we go.
Yay.
Are you able to? Well, actually, we'll go to the battle map
Battle
because we're
map?
just gonna roll right into combat here. So
Whoa.
Well,
What
wait,
if we
did
just
they
give him the
attack us?
soul?
They asked us a question.
Yeah, we
they did.
They said to surrender
Oh,
the
we're just
thing.
rolling. Okay.
Or,
Well, I'm
or
gonna
we
take you
will
to a
die.
battle map anyway,
Okay.
Good. I was gonna ask what is the situation either way. I guess.
We'll just keep
and
going
because I
back
would
and
like
forth
to
between battle
show
maps.
this. I would like to show the stream here in a moment.
Yes.
The enemy as well because I don't think people saw it. So let me pull you guys over to it,
Yes. Pull us.
just so you can see your general surroundings.
Give us the crystal. Okay, here you go.
That's just my plan.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
And here
Sandy.
are.
Well, they're all very spread.
Oh, and there's a grid.
We're missing an A.
We're missing
Huh?
what?
No, it was a joke.
There they are.
Ugh.
Okay, so the one here is the one at the very top of the screen, is the one that is speaking to you in common. They all drew scimitars on you. Combat, if you don't want it to immediately happen, doesn't have to. So what would you like to do?
Give him the gem.
Dorn will be like, nah, we're good.
What
Okay.
gem?
Listen, we're not giving you the gem. You can either leave, live, and tell whoever you want that we're here, or we can just kill you. It's up to you. That's just what it is. It's just how it's gonna go.
Did you guys have a hawk?
God damn all of you. You can't even take it seriously right now. I thought you were gonna try to not to say hey fuck off.
You know, I thought I
well,
was gonna maybe,
you were
but
gonna-
Yeah.
he
Listen.
beat me, so.
Here's the deal.
So we are going
we
to
can
roll
kill
initiative.
you or you can
Too late.
leave.
There you go.
I could be an intimidation check if you want it, but it's okay.
God.
Is initiative? Is that an ability check?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
disadvantage on it then.
Yes.
It is a
Unfortunate.
dexterity ability check.
I roll 2 15s.
Nice.
Wow. Well, I don't like that. Actually, that makes me feel comfortable.
That is
Okay.
not a good roll.
Cool.
Okay. 25 to 20.
23.
What?
Nice.
14 plus 13.
27.
27.
I rolled a 20.
We gotta get you some addition tables or something
Yeah.
so you can practice,
Oh, an abacus.
Ah, she's fine. We know math.
20 to 15.
or a
It's a
calculator.
group effort.
18.
S-
You know,
16.
I beat the rogue.
use
Sweet.
it. Maybe.
I roll like shit on initiative. It's not hard.
Yeah, I don't think you're rarely.
I've got a
I know.
0.
I got a plus
But
5
yeah.
and I shit every time.
Okay. 15 to 10.
Am I the
Nice.
only one?
10 to 5. Colors there.
Always.
7.
6.
Hey.
Not last. Woo.
And clean up.
No, that pleasure is mine. Well, see y'all in a half an hour.
Remember, 7s and 12s are important.
I'll make my character for Liam's one shot in the meantime. Warlock, by the way, is what I'm gonna play, Liam.
Ooh,
That was what I was gonna suggest to you, but it was too cool, so I had to turn it down.
Okay.
Don't worry, he will not be cool at all.
Okay.
As all of these white dragon-like creatures draw their blades, one you hear land right behind you. As he goes to lash out towards the bag that you have on your shoulder, what would you like to do?
Me, right? Because
You.
Yeah, okay. This is the thing. Falcon always goes first. I have to think about spells. This is okay. She's going to.
By the way, these guys on here, about 10 feet up. The sheer wall.
Good to know.
Okay, it's 10 feet up there. Okay.
Same with the boulder rocks.
No,
Yeah.
they're probably only 5 feet in height. Theirs are much shorter.
Do they have ranged weapons or just swords?
You see swords in their hands.
Okay. Yeah. They're gonna have to come to us. So I'm 60 feet. Okay, sorry. How far apart are these guys? Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. I'm going to. Okay, she's going to try and move away, but she'll take an opportunity attack to do so.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and move in here.
That is going to be a 13 to hit.
That misses!
Hey!
Oh!
As this thing goes to reach out towards your bag, you just dash out of the way.
Okay, so when she gets safe into the middle of the group, she knows the bag's the target. She holds up her hand and casts a spell. Okay.
It doesn't have reactions yet anyway, does it?
What?
It does.
Sorry, I don't know what it says.
Because it hasn't gone yet?
I think that if they're surprised, I don't think so. But I think otherwise, yes.
Her hand dips into the bag and it comes out. It's covered in this kind of rust kind of colored substance. And she throws it out and the plume sparks for a second before, and she's going to cast Wall of Fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna go because it's 60 feet and it's 20 feet high. So I'm gonna go to. I basically want to cut it off. Yeah, there. It's gonna be the wall.
Okay.
And she's gonna cast it. Is it better to cast here, the wall? Because you cast it a direction so that it does damage. Does that count if she places the wall on them? Or does it have to be in front of them?
Believe you can place it on them.
Yeah,
I think you can place it on them.
Flop it right on top of them.
Okay, I'm gonna do that orange line. That way it's close. It can hit this dude as well because he's within the range of it.
10 feet.
Let's make sure wall of fire here. In range, you can move plus 6 feet. Within its area, must make a dexterity saving throw.
And if it's not clear though, I am casting it this way, not towards us.
Oh, sorry.
That way the damage goes that way.
Hmm.
Perfect arrow.
But they all have to make it because when it appears, correct?
Yeah.
I'm reading that right? Okay. So for the first one on the left, it's definitely going to be a save. Oops, I just got rid of the... that is going to be a 20.
Okay, he passes.
Second one. That is going to be an 11. Third one. That is going to be an 18.
Okay. My spell saves 17, so they all pass, right?
Except for the one in the middle.
Oh.
Well, no, he has to be 10 feet away, so he's out of the range. So, the two that got hit by it do save.
Okay. Do they take half? Or...
Creature takes the same damage. I don't think so.
And it
Half as
appears
much.
each
Half as
creature
much.
within its area.
Half as much. Yep.
Okay, so
5d8.
Okay. I'm just gonna... Sorry. Pew, pew, pew. This adds it for me. Yeah.
Hey.
While she's doing math, just out of curiosity, what did the third guy roll?
An 18.
Oh, so they've got a 0 modifier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Good to know.
I'm just checking if it was a 7 or 12.
I will let you know if it is.
Appreciate it.
So it is 20. This tell me 27 points of damage because I rolled fairly well, and then the 1/1 becomes a 2 because of my feat.
Yep.
And that also states that if they have any sort of resistance to the fire, it still goes through like normal.
Okay. Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay, so 27 divided by 2, correct? So
Yeah, 27 total damage. 7, 4, 8, 6, and 3.
okay.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
So
I thought it was me.
as the wall of fire shoots up, you lose sight of 3 of these creatures. You can hear the screams of as they reel back from it. Is that everything?
That is my turn, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, spells take a long time.
Dornan, Eggball, you're on deck.
Okay, okie dokie. I'm going to take a shot at this guy right here.
Okay.
The one trying to swipe the bag. All right. Here we go. And I'm going to burn a grit. 13 plus a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so that's 2d10. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That is 24 points of piercing damage for that first shot.
Damn.
Second shot,
Nice.
and well, why not? I'll just start normal shots. Ooh, oh, I rolled a 7. What does that mean?
You rolled a 7.
I rolled a 7. What does that mean?
It means he gets to make a decision.
Yeah. I'm going to take the opportunity to run my ass 30 feet with a dash as Dornan distracts everybody.
Okay.
All right. So that's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Oh, nice. Okay, that is 13 points of damage with my second shot.
Okay, 18 points of damage. As you fire 2 shots, this thing, you can see its wing kind of tries to block each shot, but you can see the bullet pierces through the wing and hits this creature. Isaiah, as the first shot rings out, you hear ting from your bag, almost like a brief sound of a watch, like a ding, briefly. And in your mind, you see a flash of this thing that you rushed up towards it, kind of being distracted by this wall, and you see an opportunity. And whenever your vision kind of comes back to you, you take that opportunity to rush towards it. I did not do this the last time, so I am going to do. Unless is this your turn? Sorry.
Let's see, action. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? Just in case, I'm gonna bonus action. No, I was just. Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn. Kind of just look at the guy just shot. Much of the shots. I want you to know it's rude to steal someone's purse, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so something I forgot to do on their turn, but they still get to do it. So in response to taking damage, they get to actually move. So this thing here is going to rush up. It's just going to get right to Calder, and then these 2 are going to fly straight up 30 feet and drop down 10. So they're about there. This one and this one get up and over the wall. They're about 10 feet in the air. They're flying. That's all they can do. Yeah, so if that's everything on your turn, Eggval, it is your turn.
Man, this distancing stuff sucks. I think 30 feet's a lot and it ain't shit, but that's okay. So I'll just stick with what I was originally going to do. So I'm going to go 5, 10, and 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to bite the inside of my hands and spray it out. I'm going to cast Bane at first level on that guy, and that guy. So the 3 that's kind of
Closest to you?
yeah.
Okay, first one
So I need to make charisma saving throw.
Okay, one up top is a failure. 7. This guy down here, natural 20. And then the one next to Calder is going to be a 20, dirty 20.
Yep, that's safe as well.
One of them is affected. You can see its eyes as the blood sprays into its face.
Gross.
Anything else?
Colder, you feel a warmth in your pocket as my bonus action.
D8 or 10?
Yes, D8.
D8.
D10's next level, sadly. And I'm gonna have out Fiend's Calamity. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Sorry, before we move to Isaiah, when it flew up and then down, was that the end of its turn?
That is just in reaction to it responding to you, it taking damage, essentially.
Okay, so would it trigger the fact that it stopped in my wall?
It is up and over the wall, essentially. It's on the other side of the wall, both of them.
Even though he's technically going through it?
Yeah, he's still up. He's like in the air, up and over the wall, flying.
Okay, got it. Okay, sorry. That's all I wanted to clarify.
Okay. Isaiah, you're up. Ren, you're on deck.
Isaiah's hair still a little frazzled, and everything's probably still smoking, at least a little bit. He's gonna reach deep inside and draw his pike across himself and then flick it out, and little, almost like sparks, like kind of like what you would see with out of game, the Flash, start shooting around his shoulders and his feet as he starts moving a hell of a lot quicker than I've ever seen. He casts haste on himself.
Ooh.
Have a little bit of fun. And then with his hasted action, going to try and stab this thing in the face.
Okay.
But he's moving a little too quickly, and he over leads the target, thinking he's moving slower than he should be, or not accounting for the change in the speed of the two of them, and he completely misses with a 1.
Nice.
But then he's gonna have Ook come up and join him, and he'll try make up for that little mess. That's a 18.
18 hits.
Nice. Good boy. For 7 damage.
7 damage.
7 force, and that is our turn.
Okay. As you're not really adjusted to the speed, you miss to the way too wide, and then you hear slam both of his fists into this white dragon-like creature. It kind of rocks the thing, and almost like a quick, ferocious rebuttal, it reacts, and almost like a primal fury comes out of this thing, and is going to make a bite attack against Ook.
All good.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
So Ook is going to take 6 points of piercing damage, plus 6 points of cold damage. As you can see this thing bite into it, and you can see frost begin to as its teeth scrape off of Ook's metal chest.
That's a nifty trick. Won't work twice. Alright.
Ren,
That's your turn.
you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna fire off a dagger at this guy on the rock.
Okay.
And melee with Calder, right?
It is.
Sweet. 20.
That hits.
Sweet. Sneak attack. That did not land in the thing. Nice. 14, 17. 22, 27.
27.
That's psychic.
Damn.
Yes.
He's getting pounded.
Okay. The dagger flies out and hits this thing right in the side of the chest. You can see it. Its wings kind of shudder for a moment. It holds its sword limply to its side.
And then before I move, just like looking around at these, like the boulders and the rocky walls, are there like any, like little nooks I could hide in? Probably not from all of them, but from them maybe.
Can try.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just going to. No, not this turn. I'm just gonna fire off another dagger for right now. It's 17.
17 hits.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
All right. 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it here. That's my turn.
Okay. It is now the Abishai's turn. Okay. We're going to start with this one. Flies the 10 feet. It's going to make a dash action to you, Redrick.
Perfect.
This one.
Just what I wanted.
We'll move these two down to Eggball. This one is going to fly and land right in between all of you.
Oh dear.
This one is going to go there. This one will shift. Okay. We will start with Isaiah. Seeing this thing rip into Ook and kind of shreds Ook steel plating, it notices this thing is probably not a living creature and turns its focus towards you. And they are going to attack.
Kind of racist. Does he have to go through the end of? I don't know where the wall ends.
The wall ends like on this square.
Yeah, got
I made a little corner on accident.
Okay.
So he just jumps off the rock towards you. They are going to make one bite, one claw, and one longsword attack each on you.
They have advantage.
They do.
Thanks for
Tell him
that.
stuff like
I
that.
got you.
Why do they have advantage?
Flanking.
Flanking.
Flanking?
Correct. Thank you. Okay. First one is going to be the bite. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage and only 1 point of cold damage. Second one is the claw. It's going to be less. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
Misses.
And the longsword. It's going to be more. That's an 18 to hit.
I'll shield that.
Okay. As the longsword comes to slam down upon you,
All right.
you should cast the shield.
Concentration check
Yep.
against 6. Oh yeah, 19 plus a bunch.
Okay. The second one, with the bite attack. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
17 and 5 is 20. So yeah, that hit.
You are going to take 4 points of piercing damage and 5 points of cold damage. As this thing locks its jaws onto your shoulder. The claw. Cocked. That is going to be a 21 to hit
That misses.
with the
'Cause of
shield.
the shield.
And the last one is going to be an 18 to hit, so that one misses as well. As the arcane energy just kind of envelops your body, the sword slamming you, they're trying to rip through the bite with their bite, their jaws and claws. Jaws and claws. They can't break through the arcane
Rolling
energy.
claw.
That is going to end those two. We're going to go towards Eggbowl now. The same. And they're going to attack recklessly.
Ooh.
Oh.
23 to hit on the first one.
Yeah.
That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage and 2 points of cold damage.
I am resistant to cold, so that's just 1 point.
Okay. Claw. Natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Egg and
22
Isaiah-
points of slashing damage.
Egg and Isaiah
on
both
the-
love to run away from the group and then go down.
I will use Stone's Endurance to try to get that down. So where the fuck's a D12? I can never find one when I need it. What did you? There's a D12. Hey! Okay, cool. So that reduces by 13. So you said 22, so that's 9.
Yep. And the longsword.
Don't forget to make a bunch of concentration checks.
I will.
That is going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits. Have you been rolling with minus D4 Bane?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That hits.
Where are my dice? That is going to be 6 points of force damage slamming into you. That is the first one. The second one is going to relentlessly attack you too. Recklessly attack.
Okay.
First, the bite. That is going to miss with a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Second is the claw. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
22 points of slashing.
All right.
And the longsword. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
11 points of force damage for that.
Cool.
As these things just dive on you from the rocks. And they just start unleashing their ferocity. This one here, Calder, looking weakened, is going to attack you with a bite.
There are so many of these things.
Mm-hmm. That is a 12 to hit with the bite.
Blocked.
Blocked. Second
Blocked.
Bonus
That is a
classic
23
block,
to
dodge,
hit.
parry.
Yep. Sorry, what was
23.
that?
23.
Damn you.
That's going to be 13 points of slashing damage.
13 slashing.
Mm-hmm. And the longsword. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Blocked. And I'm gonna use the shield's reaction on that one as well. So dexterity save.
Okay.
I'm just double checking Constitution saving throws based off of half damage.
Or
10
10.
or half.
10 or half.
Whichever is
Okay,
higher.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I passed all of those.
It is a failure with a 7.
Beautiful. The worst roll. 3 points of slashing damage
3 points.
from the fangs.
He's done for.
Dark Queen is not with you.
Your last
Yo.
block around the longsword
Well,
kind of
Isaiah's shield, not hers.
it wraps around the sword and begins to lash out of this thing's neck. You can see it's trying to rip and toss the veins away or the vines away. As this thing
I
cuts
got you
deeply
now.
That's going to end that one's turn. This one next to you, Kate, lands. Belkin.
The gem will be ours. We will rule this world alongside the Lord of Chaos.
And it is going to make 3 attacks against you.
Oof, rude.
First one's a bite. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Okay. Just 1 second. Sorry. Okay. So. 13. How much was it?
23.
Sorry. I'm debating. I want to know if shield would work. It does.
Add 5 to
17,
your
17 plus 5.
22.
23.
22.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Not quite.
That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage, plus 2 points of cold damage. This thing latches onto your shoulder. Second one is going to be a claw.
Okay.
That is going to be a 24 to hit. That is 12 points of slashing damage. And the last one with the longsword. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
I'll shield that one.
Shield. Once again, one of the longswords. You can see it forcing its way in. It's going to end that one's turn. This one here is going to be at you, Redrick.
One of
all
them
three
had
of
to
them.
dash. I don't know who it was.
Correct.
but
That
he
was
said
that
one
one.
of them
That
That
was
was
dashed.
that one.
Redrick.
That was that one. That
Hey.
is the end of that one's turn. So it is your turn now, Redrick. Calder, you're on deck.
Great.
Actually, you're not. Avery goes after you. Sorry.
Oh. Wait a second. What's her thing? What's her role?
Is a 7.
Fuck.
Just forgot to add her.
As this one kind of like lands in front of me, just like offered you a chance to run. Don't blame me for what happens next. And I'll pull out this dagger and then kind of like flip it, and I'll go into that like focused rage that he's been doing, and the tail kind of like falls out and like almost like raises up as like another appendage. And I'll just hit this one twice, I guess, because it
Okay.
can't miss. So, all right.
Full damage.
Yes. Oh, good. That's gonna be 8 piercing with the first dagger attack. Wait, actually, make that acid as the scales
Acid.
turn black on his
I
arm.
like it.
And,
Okay.
and some acid kind of like coats the blade.
Sweet.
And then that next one is 5
Okay.
acid.
Acid. Okay. As you just lash out of this dagger, you can almost feel it pull your hand towards very vital parts of this thing. You can see you stab it right under the arm, and it kind of leans down, and you twirl in your hand and jab at its chest once again, finding purchase. And just out of its primal ferocity, it lashes out. Attack. It's going to be Kate. So it is going to bite at you, Falcon. With a 24 to hit.
Yeah, but even with shield up.
That
You're
scared laugh.
You're going to take 7 points of piercing damage and 6 points of cold damage.
Don't worry, guys. I'm still holding on.
Oh,
Have you
boy.
taken that much damage?
He's gotten hit 3 times. You guys do a lot of
Jesus.
damage.
Wizard.
They got it out
Wizard.
for you tonight.
Alright. And then bonus action, I will spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes. And I know you had said the words reckless attack, so do these have advantage?
They do.
Okay.
Nice.
Except for
I
this
know.
one, because it didn't attack you.
Right, but I'm hitting the one that attacked Kate.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Or attacked Vulcan. Alright, so that is a... Oh boy. My modifier went up 19.
That hits.
Let me make sure on that real quick, because modifier went up. It's actually a 20, but still.
20 still hits.
Yep. All right. So that's a d4. Yeah. 2 plus 5 is 7 points of
Okay.
of still acid. Lots of acid flying around through the air. Everyone watch out. The next attack is the same roll. So 20.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. And that's gonna be it's 8 acid damage.
Damn. It's a lot of damage you did. As you
As-
as you lash out with this dagger, and you said what was the second part of the attack? you're using?
The other 2 were unarmed strikes.
Right. Okay.
So,
So you can see this thing's scales begin to turn this black coloration almost down its entire arm. You can see it almost drop it as if it's getting weaker and weaker.
Splash zone, baby. Woo. There's acid going everywhere.
Hmm.
You see, like they like specs off Velkin's shield.
Yeah. It just kind of sizzles in the air there in front of you for a little bit.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
it.
Avery's turn. Looks. Okay. So she is going to. What? Pulled up the wrong character sheet. She is going to look around and kind of scan the battlefield and dissipate into mist. And she's going to reappear. Right here. And released her hands. As these flames jet out of what almost seemed like thin air out of her hands, kind of imitating what Velkin does with her gloves. That one. Dexterity saving throw from this guy here. Fails with a 7. Right. 12 points of fire damage. She only has one more charge on each one of those. And she's just gonna step back here. Called her. As she backs away slowly, kind of shaking.
Cool. How high is this? Like, could I climb up here?
Yeah, it's only about 5 feet.
It's tight. All right, I'm gonna get up here.
It is difficult terrain, though, so.
Yeah, no worries.
Whatever. Might count for movement afterwards.
I have the high ground.
Oh, God.
Don't do it, Anakin!
Don't do it, Anakin!
You were the chosen one. Anyway, I'm gonna get up there.
As you flip over him, he just slices your guts open.
Nice. Yeah, I'll kind of like sidestep, dodge his swipes and block or whatever as I'm getting up there. I'm gonna chuck the javelin of lightning at this guy.
Ooh.
So I'll need dexterity saving throws from this guy and this guy.
The prophecy is coming true.
I told you it was coming.
That's a 19.
The end of days.
Can I choose to get caught in this lightning?
A 19 for the first one. Second one next to
that's a
Vulcan is
success.
an 11.
That's a fail.
Okay, and
Good,
then the
okay.
one, that's it, right?
Yeah, the one that hits doesn't have to roll. I just have to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the 2, that is 10 points of lightning damage. So 5 on the one that succeeded, and 10 points of lightning damage on the one that failed.
Okay.
And then for the attack roll on the one guy, 27 to hit.
That hits.
So he will take javelin damage plus lightning damage. That's nasty. 12 plus 10, 22 plus 4, 26 points of damage total. Do you want it broken down into lightning and not?
No. Not
Okay. So 26 points of damage on the final guy there.
Okay. As you pulled the javelin off your back, you can feel just the electrical energy begin to almost burn you. You pull it up quickly, and you can see that the javelin not only is as long as a javelin, but it almost extends. You can see this long lightning bolt kind of. And as you do, you huck it at this thing, and the streak of lightning just underneath it causes this burn mark across the ground as it pierces this thing. So lightning slams into it.
For
The one in front of you?
For flavor, I'm grabbing this guy next to me and holding him in front of me for the lightning.
God damn it. The one in front of you just keeps completely evaporated by the lightning. The initial kind of caused it to crumble into smoking husk. God damn it. I've given you too much power.
Thor was a ginger. Okay, so the one in front of me was dead. The other 2 is still up.
Mm-hmm.
Down that way. Balls. All right. So I was here, right? 10, like 20 feet of movement to get up here then?
Give or take.
Is it difficult terrain to get down, or is that just kind of like
no,
a hop
just the
down?
climbing edge. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a hop down.
Well, still didn't quite get there. You know what? I'm gonna use a regular javelin. Because I got one attack left.
God damn it.
I can't get close enough to do melee. So I'm gonna hit the guy next to Velkin here as I'm running down to try to get to her side. I'll chuck a normal javelin at him.
Is that with advantage still? Because he would reckless attack.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know what's
Thanks.
so...
All melee weapon attack rolls. Apologies. That's what it is.
All right.
Sorry, just reroll.
Hope they have low AC. 14.
Misses.
Baloney.
It just
know
slams
what's-
into the ground right behind Redrick.
I don't know what's
Lightning
so
came
funny
strike
to
twice.
me. I don't know what's so funny to me about Calder just like running and like charging up this javelin, just 10 feet away, just miss. like get them right next to him.
Right after nailing 3 of them with the first one. Yeah.
Anything else, Bob?
You know.
You know? No?
You know. Wait.
You know?
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Wait. Wait. No.
Okay. Velkin, you're up. Dorn, you're on
Okay.
deck.
So she's kind of like she's bleeding.
Oh, wait. Wait.
Wait.
Wait.
Oh no.
Never mind. Go ahead.
There's a lot of that going on.
Just go ahead.
So she's bleeding pretty heavily from the shoulder, and she looks at like this creature in front of her who's much taller than she is. She just goes, "Honestly, fuck off!" And she pulls out. So her fingers are still coated in the phosphorus from casting the wall of fire, and as it goes down, she stretches the web out between her hands, slams it into the ground. I'm gonna cast web of fire. So I'll break concentration on one to do this, and she's gonna go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only one that's not
Absolutely.
getting hit is the one above of Isaiah. I just pre-rolled the dice on here.
What kind of a save is it?
Oh, it's a dex save.
Sounds right.
Yeah, dex save.
Okay. Before we get to the damage,
Sorry.
the first one is a failure, the one closest to you.
Okay.
The one on Redrick. Going to be a 18.
I'm gonna chronal shift.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which brings it down to a 15.
Okay, he'll fail.
And the one below Isaiah, that is going to be a 16.
Fail.
And the first one next to Eggball, 17.
The minus D4.
Minus D4.
17's a save.
Brings it down to a 13. And the last one is going to be a 16.
It fails,
Fuck
so they all
'em
fail.
up. Fuck 'em up,
And
fuck 'em up.
because of my feat, they're gonna take a total of 35 points of damage each.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Let's go.
I hope it's okay. I've just been rolling on Google Dice Roller because it adds it for me.
It's good.
I took Matt's advice to heart. Oh, I have to roll 8d6. I have 1d6.
I said use a calculator, but that
rolling.
works.
So, as the wall comes down, you can just feel that magical energy pulse within inside you. You can feel the sulfur and the phosphorus still on your hands. And as you do, the wall... That's when you take your opportunity to slam your hand on the ground before the web of fire erupts right up beneath all of these dragon-like creatures, completely evaporating the one in front of you. You kind of have to shield yourself away from it before it's just a pile of ash.
Nice.
So everybody would see those kinds of like, because it kind of spreads out from her fingers, so it's kind of like a web creates around them on the ground before the columns shoot up from it. And then as the columns fade, the web kind of dissipates into the sand around everybody's feet. But you can still see kind of like singed marks of where it was.
Anything else?
I'm not. I honestly think this. She's gonna just step in between these two.
Okay. Dornan, Agval, you're up next.
Oh, okie dokie. I guess I was actually just post up there. But of the two by Eggwall, which one looks the most fucked up?
It's hard to tell. They're both
Okay,
similar.
I'll just shoot this one. So I'm gonna
Which one
burn
was
a
it, sorry?
grit. The one north of Eggwall, the one on top, the one banged. So I'm gonna burn a grit for violent shot. Okay, that. Oh, I rolled a 12. What does that do?
Nothing right now. I can't react.
Okay. Well, then that still gives me a 22 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my Piercer feat to reroll that die. Not much better. That is 19 points of piercing damage for the one shot.
Okay, and using its reaction is going to make a bite attack against Eggval.
Oh, rude.
Natural 20.
Sorry, Egg. Sorry. You hear? Sorry.
6 points of piercing damage, plus 12 points of cold damage.
I'm unconscious even with resistance.
Jeez.
Right. Okay.
And Bane is dropped.
Did you already use stones?
He did.
It hasn't become my turn yet, so I don't have back my reaction.
Okay. Second shot I'm doing at a fucknut there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna burn a lucky on that. That's a little better. 18.
18, that hits.
All right, that is gross. Oh, no, I can do that with per attack. I can reroll a damage die. Oh, that's worse. Fuck. Okay, that's only 4 points of piercing damage for the second shot.
Points of piercing damage.
All right. Action surge. I am going to 1, 2, 3. A second. Yippers. Okay. Action surge. I'm gonna take my movement to move 30 feet here, and with my action, I'm going to use healing hands for 4d4 on Eggval. So as I see him just take that bite and drop, I empty my gun, fire, and I dash over and slap my hand on his chest, and he heals for 12 points of healing.
You see his chest rise for a moment. Before he lets out a deep breath.
And as he wakes up, I just say, "Get back to the group!" And that is the end of my turn.
Eggval, you are prone.
As you say, get back to the group.
Hey,
gonna
you
say,
get out here, Wilden.
Yeah.
As you say, get back to the group. I'm gonna be like, that was the plan before you did something that I thought was dumb, and I'm gonna use half my movement to get up. And now you're by yourself, and I'm gonna do my fun little pot trick, and I'm gonna cast Dimension Door to move next to Avery.
You left him there.
You yelled at
This is
him
what
for
I was
it.
originally gonna do before he decided, before that happened. So
You could have taken it with Dimension
You
Door.
could.
I'm more worried about whatever.
Let him do it.
Circumstances is what I'm doing.
I'm fine. I'm
It's
fine.
so
I'm fine.
good.
I'm
It's so funny.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna use
Just
I guess-
Mario's his way into the pot.
See you later,
basically.
bitch. Oh, you think there's room in here for you? Yeah.
No, sorry.
I'm enjoying the
Um,
space.
So what is it? It's gonna be, instead of 5 feet, it's 10 feet to move up top of the rock,
Correct.
and the rock's like 5 feet up, right?
Yep.
Cool. So I'm going to reach down and grab the back of Avery's shirt and pick her up. And would I be able to like somehow use like the rest of like my movement just to bring her around to the other side of the rock?
So just sort of like diagonal, northwest. Yeah, sure.
Right there. Good. One more here. Here.
Yeah, right there.
She's light enough.
Yeah. Yeah, basically just.
It's not Frederick.
Stay
It's
with
not
the
Redrick.
group.
True.
They're just throwing old women at walls.
Yeah. A classic.
And I'm gonna use a bonus action.
Classic
I'm using a bonus action to take a. What the fuck is it called?
I'll push.
Healing potion.
Thank you. Yeah, just take a healing
While
potion.
you roll
a normal
that,
healing potion.
we're gonna go to Isaiah.
Go ahead.
Ren, you are on the
Ooh.
deck.
The two around me, were they just taking advantage of flanking, or were they recklessly?
They were taking advantage of flanking.
All right. Then I'm gonna take a slight shift over here to get me got up, and then I'm gonna try and put this thing. Words English. Try and make this thing full of holes. 17, 8, 25.
25 hits. Which one are you attacking, by the way?
The one between me and Ook, so that we're playing. This one. 7 damage on the first one.
In a reaction, he's going to bite at you.
Alright.
This is going to be reckless, but it doesn't matter. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
4 points of piercing damage, 5 points of cold.
Alright.
Dead. Next turn.
Uh,
Classic
no.
Isaiah. Fine.
Right.
I've got.
I'm fine.
I know, I'm just picking.
Real quick, concentration. Oh, yeah. Well, let's change. Alright. Second attack. 24
24 hits.
for 10 damage. Hasted action attack. Oh, it's so close to a crit. 25 for only 5 damage.
5 points of damage.
And then I'm gonna have the good boy try and play whack-a-mole. It's with you, buddy. 8 and 8 is 16.
16 hits.
Nice. For another 7 damage.
More points.
And the two of us are just bouncing around this thing, poking at it, or stabbing it with its pike, and then having Ook come in the back and smack it in the head. And then I stab it in the side another way, and we're just biting at this thing like a pack of wolves, keeping its attention divided between us.
Okay. Anything else?
Nah, you guys got it covered. That's us.
Right. Ren.
Okay. I'm gonna run around the boulder over to here and toss the dagger at the one that Dor melee with. That's an 11, but I'm gonna use homing strike. Ooh. If it hits.
Ooh.
15.
Hits.
Yes.
Which one was it? This one?
Yeah, the one. Or sneak attack. Nice. Okay. 10, 15, 18. Nice. 26, 31 points of psychic damage.
Hey. As the dagger finds purchase in this thing's face, Dorn, you see it, a green dagger, and its eyes just fade, and blood begins to pour out of its eyes. Just drops.
I just look back and like,
Ren, Bryn finds that disturbing, but Sarah fucking loves it. Okay.
Yay,
And then
murder.
second dagger is gonna go to this one with Isaiah.
Okay.
19, yeah.
Hits.
Nice. 9 points of psychic damage.
9 points. Slams into the back of this thing. It turns. Anything else?
Just take 5 step back, and that is my turn.
Okay. Their turn. Going to do something interesting. So,
Love those words.
this one rotates around here. This one takes flight. 10 feet in the air. Drops here. This one also takes flight. Lands here. Isaiah, you can make an opportunity attack if you'd
Double
like.
gasp.
Alrighty. I am going to.
Get him.
I don't know. It's not going to necessarily do much. So, when he leaves, what? Alright, when he gets to this square, I get to. Or, when he tries to leave this square, I get to make an opportunity attack. And he's going to actually drop the pike into one hand for a second and lash it out as I cast Thorn Whip on him as a reaction. Because of Warcaster. And this one hasn't attacked Reckless.
No, it hasn't.
This is just a regular. Son of a... The first time it becomes useful. It's a 1.
True one. Makes its way. Lands right
Sorry
there.
about it, buddy.
It's a...
The one that was closest is going to shift around and it's going to bite you.
Just bite or go for all 3?
It's going
Or
for 3.
Then on the long sword...
Not on you.
Ook-
Not on you. No, we're not
Oh,
doing
okay.
on you.
Sorry.
We're starting with Velkin. Sorry, apologies.
No worries.
The
Hey,
one closest to
remember,
Richard.
remember when I missed that javelin toss? I had a fucking inspiration that I forgot about.
The first one is going to be
Now
a bite.
Belkin's gonna die. 'cause of it.
Natural 20.
Fuck you.
I
Fuck,
will
Wes
use
gave
my
you nat
second
20s.
chronal shift on that.
Yep.
These are all reckless, by the way. A natural 19 on the die, so 25.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 points of piercing, 3 points of cold. Next one is a claw.
This is all still her?
Yep.
Good lord.
That is going to be not a natural 20, but a dirty 20.
I'll shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just used your reaction to Chrono Shift.
You did.
Fuck.
Actually, didn't you use that on your last turn? You wouldn't even have that back yet, I don't think.
Wait, chronal?
It's fine. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. That's going to be 4 points of slashing damage. And the longsword. That's going to be a 24
Come on.
for 13 points of force damage.
I'm still standing.
Still standing.
Nice.
Okay.
So apparently, Velkin looks like she's about to drop dead on you guys.
Yep.
Hey, as long as you're
Oh,
not.
God.
Woo.
That was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in the middle is going to do the same.
Second she's down, they're gonna yoink the bag.
Grab the bag.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a 24 to hit.
Uh, wait, this is the one in the middle now?
Yeah.
One in the middle.
Sentinel.
Okay.
And I have advantage because I'm playing.
Sentinel,
with
he remembered it.
Hey.
nobody next to me has been
Yes,
getting hit.
that's true.
Mathing. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
And because he's attacking Velkin, he gets a 3rd level smite. Bitch.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of dice.
Get away from my woman.
Don't forget the extra one because they're fiend.
Oh, it's there. I didn't roll well.
It's a maximum smite. Oh no, because never mind.
Well, for this level, yeah.
Yes.
Is he like vulnerable to radiant damage? I was gonna put that out there. I don't know if he is, but yeah. That is 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 16 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So as you pull out the sword and you go to slash down at this thing, you're used to it completely igniting. That black and silver flame. This time, only the blade shimmers with a light fire. Before it slams against this thing. Cutting it.
Hey.
Nice.
Dead.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Alright, come on, Belkin.
The power that
One
you
more.
usually feel that is imbued in the sword and through your own being is not there. Felt weakened.
Did it still do the damage?
You couldn't tell if it was the smite that killed it or the sword.
Oh no. This is the worst.
This last one is going to... Yeah, we're going to attack. With the bite.
Who?
Velkin.
Fuck.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
7 points of piercing.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm down.
5 cold.
I'm down.
And, going to make its last 2 attacks against you, Calder. The claw.
I thought you were gonna say me.
Oh, that'd be
would've been
fucked up.
a kill. I would have been dead.
That is going to be a
Straight up.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the long sword. Natural 20.
Okay. These guys suck.
That's 23 points of force damage.
Wow.
Slamming into you.
Wow, wow,
So you
wow.
can, as you just destroyed his friend next to you, this the ferocity of this thing. And it goes down, and it reaches and it grabs the bag. And it kind of rips it off of her.
Wouldn't that take an action?
It's just kind of
Interact
I'm
with an
flavoring it.
object, probably.
Yeah, it's interact with the. It didn't rip it off her shoulder, but it's reaching for the bag. Like it goes
Okay,
down and
reach.
grabs it.
Okay.
It grabs the bag. It does not
Has the
remove
bag.
it from her shoulder.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
And then the last one I think is too distracted on Isaiah to join in that fight. So it is going to attack you, Isaiah.
Alrighty.
This one is a 23 to hit.
Yep, that is.
There. That is going to be 5 points of piercing, 5 points of cold.
Alright.
Next,
Still up.
next one is the claw. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yep.
And rolled a ton of 18s and 16s. This is only 5 points of slashing.
Alright.
And-
On the
Made that joke.
on the long sword, Ook is gonna
I use
shoulder
my
check him
claws
for
every single
disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So this is going to be 1 die.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
13.
Just popped in.
13 misses.
Shoulder him
And
into you,
haste is
slams
still
him
up.
into you. You just kind of push him up against Duke, kind of getting ping ponged around. Redrick, this thing is reaching down and grabbing the bag off of Velkin's shoulder.
All
Make them
right,
dead.
all right, all right.
Make them dead.
Well, I'm gonna do this just in case first. First I will move up to it and kind of with the tail just kind of whip out and try and like wrap around its arm and try and grapple it.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, the one that has the bag. So it can give me athletics or acrobatics. Contest. Come on. With advantage because rage. Alright. What you got? I got a +8. I mean,
Game
18.
over. Natural
18.
1.
Okay. So he's
As you
gra-
wrap around, you
He's grappled.
pull it up against close up against you, just the tail wrapping around this thing's body.
And then I'll sort of wrap it around its arm and then pull it in with the tail, and the knife just kind of like right into like its abdomen. And by the way, I just realized I forgot two big things. My monk weapon die went up. Daggers are a monk weapon, and my strength went up, and I used strength for it. So I've been doing way less damage than I should in this whole game, but it's okay. Yeah. So that's oh boy. Yeah, now I don't know any math anymore. A 12, so 12 acid on that attack.
Okay.
Max damage, and then
You- It's not dead, but the
Kinda
dagger's
just
inside of it.
let it sit in there and burn. And then I'll actually take my hand off the dagger that's sitting in there and burning, and just like right in his face, just poof, poof, just like two quick punches. As I will bonus action flurry of blows again.
Yeah,
Two
buddy.
more attacks, recklessly, of course. That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
All right, and then damage is
Bop bop.
11. Also acid. I'm in an acid mood tonight.
As this thing, the dagger's inside of its chest is burning. You punch it square in the face. You can just hear the bones crack as it falls.
Oh,
The ground.
Woot.
Nice.
got it. Then I hit it once, and then I spin around, and just like roundhouse kick this guy behind me with my other flurry of blows, unarmed strike. What is that? 23? 23? Yeah.
It hits.
Alright, and that's gonna be some damage. Oh my god, 12 acid damage again. I just rolled
12.
almost max damage on all those.
This time, your fist slams into this thing's neck. You can see your the front of your fist kind of turn black with this acid. It hits, spreads on this thing's chest, and just falls.
Wow.
Nice.
There you go. Monk, weapon,
Yeah.
and strength. You gotta remember those things.
Anything else?
Just kind of pull my hand back and like shake the acid off. It just like tried to warn you. And that's it.
Okay. Avery? Just going to walk up here next to her and kind of look down at Falcon. And pull out a health potion that she has.
Hey.
Ooh, feed it to you.
Look at that.
How cute. That's gonna be 10 points. As she shoves this bottle down your throat. Glug glug.
Yeah,
You just see two black bulging eyes, and the ears kind of flop down at you.
she
Flaming
kind of
hands.
wakes up.
And Avery's dead.
She wakes up
Oh,
coughing, and she looks frightened. But when she kind of sees Avery, she's like, "Thanks, kid."
She just nods at you. Called her. One left.
One left. Indeed. He's taking damage, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Toll the dead.
Doom.
So, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a 14.
Fail your.
What's it look like? I've seen this come out. This is the third time I think in this campaign that you've used. Toll
Yeah,
the Dead.
it's not. Well, 4 if you count the hawk.
The hawk, yeah, just happened.
Yeah.
It's the second time today.
I. Sorry, dropping my dice. Well, you know what? Here's what it usually looks like, and you tell me if it looks the same. Yeah, right. You see, like dark energy kind of appear like it's pulled out of thin air and coalesce in like a ring around the thing's head, and then just suck in to it with a little bit of a like silver flash with the
Okay.
low boom. I don't know. All right.
It works.
Oh my! All right, one's cocked.
Roll it again.
Still not great. 7. 7 points necrotic damage.
The thing
Some
surrounds his
bullshit.
head, kind of shakes it off. He's looking around, almost looking like it's going to try to get out of here.
Instead of the low, like, bassy bong, it's like a concierge bell. It's like, ding. It's like a little...
Little bicycle.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
All right, anything else?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna. Not that it matters. It'll be dead before I get there. I'll just.
You're not going to heal your girlfriend.
I used my action.
Oh,
You
yeah,
told the
that's
dead.
right.
Healing
Let's try-
hands.
I was, by the
I
way,
was trying
using,
to kill it.
using its reaction, it is going to bite you, Isaiah.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bruh. 13.
This is.
Velkin, you're on the ground. There's one left. Can you
just
do
go
it?
to sleep. You'll be fine.
She's gonna. I can cast from laying down, right?
Sure. If it's a target, if it's targeted though, it's disadvantage. If you're casting.
You know
something-
what? I don't even care. She's gonna firebolt it at disadvantage. She's not
Okay.
getting out.
Right through Red's legs.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay. So 2. Okay. Oh, well, I cucked myself out of a nat 20, but
Oof.
I got I haven't done a spell attack. 19, 10 plus 9.
That hits.
Okay, and then it's just a cantrip, so it's just 2d10. Right, 5th level.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It's the
Hey.
exact
Yeah.
number you needed.
Hey.
On the ground,
Nice.
you roll over and you fire the firebolt right through Redrick's legs
Whoa.
as it. You see this thing with just a hole in the side of its chest.
And then Velkin just rolls back to laying on her back.
Are we out of combat?
You were out of combat.
All right. Calder
I'm
will
gonna-
kneel down next to Velkin. How you doing, darling?
Been better. Been better.
Yeah, it looks like it. And I'll just kind of brush some hair out of her face and do 40 points lay on hands.
Oh, Jesus.
Aw.
Well,
Nice.
I am 10 points off full now.
Fucking wizards, dude.
I'm gonna.
Isaiah's
Wanna-
just going to do a
Jesus.
couple of laps around and left and then come to the group and be like,
Your full
That
HP
was-
is like my half.
My
That
full
was
is
fucking-
16.
and just get stuck for like 12 seconds.
Oh,
I'm gonna slide down the rock and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Calder at the 3rd level.
Oh, hey, thanks.
And then Signature Dish is gonna go to Isaiah, so I'm gonna roll for that first, and then I'll.
Oh, well, thank you.
Can I poke
That's
around the
7 points for
remaining
Isaiah.
dead bodies? Check if there's like any notes, any gold, anything of value
I'll
on
help you.
them.
Sure.
Hey.
Go ahead and roll me
That's actually
a
cool.
investigation check with advantage.
Waff!
Well, I have disadvantage, so it's a straight roll.
Love that.
Calder, you heal
Ooh,
for
I would've
17 hit points.
Earn a lucky on
Hey,
that.
thanks.
That's
How much did I get?
You've got 7.
Nice.
Okay, with my investigation and my lucky skill burned, I rolled a dirty 1.
Dirty one.
Nice.
I hate exhaustion. I hate it.
You search these bodies with the help of Ren. Nothing on them, but they're long swords.
Okay.
And then Redrick, I'm gonna heal you for Cure Wounds.
I literally
heal-
did not take damage.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope. Nothing even
Alright,
attacked
fine.
me.
Fine,
Classic
then
Redrick.
Isaiah.
Isaiah gets Cure Wound 2nd level. Too bad.
Alright. While you do that,
Signature
he's
Dish-
picked.
Sorry, Signature Dish is going to go to Calder. So,
Cool.
Isaiah, you heal
Appreciate
for
that.
12, and Calder, you heal for 7.
Nice.
Much obliged. While you're doing that, Isaiah picks up a couple of the long swords, sticks them in his new bag. Those will come in handy.
I'm gonna go over and like kick and like roll over the one that I held open to lightning. Just be like, guess that answers that question.
Rin's gonna walk up next to you and go, I guess they
Use a
were killer
fucking demon.
chickens.
So is this going to be a thing now? These things are going to pop out wherever we go?
Yep.
Yep.
Probably.
We're being hunted. We should. Oh, we should get moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Falcon, you back on your feet?
Mm-hmm.
She's fine. I'll help her up.
All right.
No, don't lie to these people.
Well, she takes a second to get her footing, but then she does not. She looks distasteful that like there's like a chunk out of her like turtleneck that is now just gone, and she just looks upset about the fact that her clothes are ruined.
Would you like some help with that?
You can.
I fixed your heels. I'm sure it can't be too much harder.
Okay, and she like brushes her hair to the side so you can mend it.
I'll go over. We'll go over with the tools and do the mending, but you can see it's not like he adds new but all of the threads retie together, but get a little bit. They look like they've been tied together in a way differently than the rest of the threads.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna last one. I'm gonna cure wound second level myself. Signature dish is gonna go to Isaiah. So Isaiah, you heal for 6.
Sure. Thank you.
And then I heal for what is that? I heal for 15.
Quick point of order before we move on. Was there glass beneath Isaiah's feet when he got struck by lightning, as happens when lightning hits sand?
Did you check?
You will now. Just before.
Make me
we go.
investigation
1 minute.
check.
Oh. That's not bad. That's 18.
18. You see a small shard of glass, about this big, kind of formed into a small chunk.
Perfect. I will definitely take that with me.
Size of a rock.
I'm gonna reclaim the javelin of lightning and also the regular javelin.
Get a little static shock when you pick it up.
Daddy's got a little buzz.
I miss the old like solemn Calder, you know, the one that was fucking miserable. This one's way too excited at all times. Gets laid, a guy gets laid, and this is fucking new man. So.
Right.
There's a lot of fun. You still get
All
plenty of sad Calder. Get out of here.
As you
Looking
pick it
up
I'm
about
just
what
gonna-
time is it? Oh, sorry.
After the storm and your movement, a little bit of a walk. Well, I guess you guys didn't walk. So after the storm, it's probably getting to that 4 o'clock point.
All right,
Get
time to
hit.
move.
Calder, as you pick up the lightning javelin, Redrick will just like look at you and be like, "Don't think I'll forget how you threw that javelin at me." Watching you.
I didn't throw it at you. I threw it next to you.
I'm just gonna back up and just keep doing this. That's it.
I vaporized one of those.
As you begin to walk, you
It's
hear
like you're getting
a
Turns out
voice
I'm the lightning.
from above on the cliffside.
Well, that was impressive.
And you look up, and you see, clothed in a light, flowing
Javelin
cloak, it looks like a blue dragonborn. In this cloak, you can see nothing but these cloth pants that are kind of cut off at the knees, cloak, and sort of like I want to call it like a bralette that's made of cloth. That she is obviously a female. And she also has a rag tied around her eyes that is covered in blood. You see these large spikes that come out of the top of her head, the long tail that flows behind her. And it's at that point she takes one claw and
Mighty kind of you to say. Mind if I ask what you're doing out in these parts?
I was on my way to help a few friends. Heard the commotion. Say, you're not from around here, are you?
I am, yeah. We're
Hmm.
actually on our way to help some friends, too.
Well, maybe we can help each other. Not too far off. I could show you refuge from the sun. How do you like the sound of that?
Do I trust her?
Insight check.
I'll hop into that insight check.
I will as well. For
Sounds cool to me.
personal
Oh,
reasons.
it's not bad.
You're the worst.
18.
It is a dirty 20.
And same dirty 20.
So are you asking if you trust her, whether or not she's taking you to a place of refuge?
Does
To
she say-
get out of the
yeah.
sun?
To be helpful, or is she like trying to lead us?
Seemingly trustworthy
Attack
person
us.
that she won't like kill us the second our back is turned.
Yeah.
I'm looking for truthfulness.
She's definitely going to take you somewhere that's outside of the sun. Whether or not it's somewhere good or bad, it's hard to tell.
It's a
With that.
real nice offer. I don't think we're really in need. We have somewhere to be. A little short on time.
Heading to the city of slaves, then.
We are.
You'll never make it.
Why is that?
Outsiders never make it.
Good thing I'm not an outsider.
So be it.
Actually, it's not a bad idea to have somebody who desert better than I do. I'm mostly guessing from stories.
The Scorched
as long
Claw
as-
is the only stuff here to the city where you will actually find people that might.
You're
offer
not
you
missing a
aid.
hawk, by the way, are you?
Her head turns towards you and cocks.
Why would you even say it?
Wow, you
And
said
that's
that. Why?
See-
where we're
Seeing
going to
eye
end
hawk.
our session tonight.
Why?
Oh,
Why would you even say that? What the fuck?
What did you say? I missed it.
The torched claw or what did you say?
Scorched claw.
Scorch.
Torched claw.
Scorch claw.
Isaiah had said, you weren't the one with the hawk, were you?
Oh.
I was
Yeah,
wondering
let's
if it was
just
a
tell her we
seeing eye
killed her
hawk.
bird.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Helpful.
I
We
mean,
saw
if
some
it's
real bad people in the desert just shoot a bird for no reason.
if it's a familiar or something like we think with wildlands, they already know whoever owns it. So better to own up.
I think if it was a
think it
familiar, it would have
wouldn't-
be
Be able to be like,
Yeah.
harvested for
Dead.
meat.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
And familiar.
Anyway,
Yes.
thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us during the stream. If you're still here, make sure to check us out on socials: Discord, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We want to hang out with you guys. We want to talk with you. Another reminder: no session next week. Taking a week off. So don't come looking here on Wednesday.
Well,
Thank you.
We'll see you the 10th.
Yeah, we'll see you the 10th. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, and until next time, keep it bobbing. y'all.
Bye.